for joining us for our episode. This is going to be a special 2-hour one.
What?
Because we are celebrating the completion of our Season 7 Kickstarter. Thank you guys so much for your support. It's been a fantastic ride, and we're excited to be able to cross the finish line with you guys listening in as we wrap it all up today.
We actually have 3 giveaways for today's special show. The first giveaway is Root from Leader Games.
Sweet.
The second giveaway is Shy Pluto expansion to one of our Space Base from AEG, and the third giveaway is Gorus Maximus, a deluxe copy from Inside Up Games. How do you enter for a chance to win one of these games?
Good question.
In the social medias, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, whatever, hashtag Tantrum Final Push, hashtag Tantrum Final Push with our Kickstarter link, and you will be entered for a chance to win one of those 3 games. We will pick a winner after the video is done and this afternoon sometime to...
So 3 winners.
3 winners! Mm-hmm. There we go.
Yes, and be sure while you're watching us today to interact and chat in the comments below, and we look forward to playing a couple of great games with you today. And we want to shout out to our sponsor for this series, which is Queen Games. We're actually going to be looking at one of their games today, one of my favorites, and that is Copenhagen. Show, and this is a special edition we have today. We're doing a 2-hour show because our Kickstarter is ending in 2 hours. Wow. So at some point,
2 hours?
Yeah, at some point you need to head over to our Kickstarter campaign and find something to back us for.
Yeah, bundles keep reappearing on the page, so if there's something that you're like, oh, I really wish I could have got that bundle, keep checking through the morning because someone may drop their pledge.
We actually have some of the giveaways here that we'll talk about in a little bit later in the show that I mentioned earlier. So here's a couple of them.
Yep. And we have, with the giveaways, make sure you use the hashtag that Kevin mentioned.
Tantrum Final Push.
Tantrum Final Push.
We have the whole crew here.
Yeah.
Is Katie back there?
I'm back here.
Yep. Baby Gwen may make an appearance today. And, here she
comes.
Oh, baby Gwen. Back of her head. Someone mentioned your top 20 video.
Yes, Sarah, talk a little bit about your top 20.
Now they need Cavern Tavern.
Yep.
And they're not necessarily happy that they now need to buy a Cavern Tavern.
So here's the thing. Sarah was supposed to do her top 10 video.
I know.
I hear a couple weeks ago, it might be more than 10. I'm like, that's fine, that's fine, right? Oh, top 20 video, which is great. It's really cool.
Plus some extras.
That's right, plus a couple extras. That was funny.
I never could make the list. There were so many good games in the 10 to 20 range too that I just feel like I really needed to talk about those as well. So any of those games on that list are excellent games. Get them to your table soon.
Some of the games that we'll talk about today: Butterfly, Super Cash, Jungle Cruise, Spy Tricks, Copenhagen, Captain is Dead, Sugar Blast, that new game coming from Simon. So check all those out coming on today's show. And later, at the end of the show, closer to probably 11:30, 11:40, we're going to play a game with you called Droll from Blue Orange. So stay tuned for that. Definitely a lot later in the show. That'll be one of the last things we do.
Yep. All right, we have a game already set up on the table.
Go make sure we're good.
They're going to get that ready to go.
Yeah.
But thank you so much for joining us today, and hope we have a lot of fun. If you have questions, comments, make sure you add those in the chat. All right, they're getting set up, and...
I'm going to borrow Ryan's seat. Here. That's fine.
All righty.
I can stand? Can you see me?
I did show you the other way before, but...
okay.
All right, they're getting ready over there.
Cool.
And they are going to be talking about Butterfly from Rio Grande. Let's head to the table.
I guess I guess the real question, hello, it's Kevin and Melissa. I guess the real question is it Rio Grande or is it Rio Grande? Rio Grande Games. Is it Grande?
What do you think?
What do you think? Tell us in the comments. Do you think it's Rio Grande Games or Rio Grande Games? That's the real question for today.
They're going to spell it both ways and be like, it's Rio Grande.
So, Melissa, butterfly from Rio Grande Game. Grande.
All right, so we've kind of set it up so that we're kind of in the middle of playing. We did set up the 4-player, even though it's just the 2 of us simulating this. Basically, this is a set collection game, and we have Hudson the Hedgehog, and the active player is going to take a tile, but it's based on where Hudson is facing. So right now Hudson is facing up this way, so I could move and take either of these tiles, or he could turn to the right or the left. So I could
never turn backwards.
Yes, I cannot do anything back here. I have my board right here with some of the tiles I've already collected, and I have a honeycomb. I need a B to make my honeycomb score.
Oh, it's like a set.
And there is a B in this row. So I can turn Hudson to the right. I know my directions. And then put him as many spots as I want that direction. Take the B, leave him the way he was facing, and now Kevin has to deal with the options of where Hudson is now.
All right, so now Hudson is over here, and I'm already collecting flowers, and Melissa actually set me up.
Oh, I did.
So I'm going to turn Hudson to the right, and I'm going to jump down here, and I'm going to collect this, because the more flowers I have at the end of the game, it's like the square root. Not the square root, the square of them, so it's 4 times 4 now. Before it was 3 times 3, so now I'm 16 points
All right,
for that.
no more flowers for you, Kevin.
All right, Melissa, that's all you.
Okay, so I have a few options.
Do we have any questions in the chat while we're...
How is Sarah not playing this tile laying game?
She's getting ready for the next game. Super Cats.
So I
Coming
took
soon.
a red butterfly. The colored butterflies basically just score for what's on them, so that would be 4 points at the end of the game. Although there are some ×2 tiles, and if you can get those, then every tile you have of that color is going to be ×2.
Jeremy is asking that technically both pronunciations are correct for Rio Grande Games. Did you ask them? I mean, that's cool if you know that. So basically what happens is people keep collecting the different tiles, and the game is over when Hudson, like, if there are no tiles left to the left, right.
Oh, I would just move him anyway. Or you can
Look
do
at that. Bam. So if all those are gone, he can't collect any tiles because he can never move backwards. So right now there are no tiles in front, no tiles to the left, and no tiles to the right of Hudson. The game is officially over at that point. That would be definitely a weird board to...
Right. There would be a lot more tiles
Definitely
gone.
a lot more tiles gone.
So there are a few other interesting things that happen. You see the nets on the board. If you pass over a net, you get to draw a tile from the bag. So usually that's a good thing.
Usually.
So grasshoppers. These are interesting. Basically, let's say I already had the grasshopper 8, or any grasshopper. When you draw a new grasshopper, whatever tile you have goes away, and you have to take the new one. So grasshoppers can be kind of risky because there's a 4, a 3 if you get stuck. And say that there's only one tile that Hudson can take. You have to take that tile on your turn. So you can put people in tough situations where they're going to get something that causes their points to go down.
Yeah.
We have dragonflies, whichever your highest one is,
And
you're
then
going to
lightning
score.
bugs is the opposite.
Whichever your lowest one is, so you can kind of help yourself
And
or
hurt others.
There's also wasps that are negative points. So set collection with the area movement. I think Hudson the Hedgehog is kind of cute.
He is kind of cute. And Hudson's a fun name. Hudson the Hedgehog. So that is Butterfly from Rio Grande Games. It plays 2 to 5 players, and it definitely plays about 30 to 45 minutes. So hope you check that one out. Over to the couch.
So over here we are looking at Super Cats from the Op. This is a 3 to 6 player kind of fun party game, and we're going to play a little bit of it for you. We are all taking on the role of cats, and we are trying to upgrade our team of cats to become super cats so we can fight the boss. All right, so we're all going to select, there are 6 different decks. We are going to pick a deck. And is this one yours or the one you wanted? Let's see. Yeah, that's the one you wanted.
It's important because the back of them are themed superheroes.
Yes.
This is kind of the Marvel Avengers deck.
All right. Mine is rainbow unicorn cats.
Yeah, there's your little DC looking. You have Batman in yours. Batcat.
What do you have, Xander?
I have the Power Rangers.
Power Rangers looking ones. All right, so we're gonna lay them out in front of us.
Your table space. Sorry.
Just a little bit, but it's all good.
I want to be close to the action. This looks too fun.
All right.
Oh,
So-
I'll get mine over further.
Also, they're like secret identity cats right now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So we will. This is kind of like a rock paper scissors type game. We will pick a number 1 through 5 and 0 to show on our hands. We're gonna do super cats and show a number. If you match somebody else, you're out of the round. If you have the highest number that did not match, you get to do the action, and we're trying to flip our cards to change them into super cats. First one to get all 5 will move on to episode 2.
What?
All right. All right, so we ready?
Yes.
Ready? All right.
Super cats.
Love
Ooh, Katie had a 5. So at 5 action, you get to flip one of your cards over to become
Okay.
super.
This one.
All right.
It's
Ooh,
Thor.
Looks like Thor. But Katie must now choose 2 this next round.
it. Must
Alright.
choose 2.
She must
Yeah,
choose 2.
I kind of figured that's what that meant.
Yep.
That stinks.
All right, so we know Katie's
Y'all are all
choosing
gonna
2.
cancel each other out, and I'm gonna get it again.
All right. All right, ready?
Super cats.
Oh no.
4.
Why do we all pick 4? Katie, what we do? All right, Katie. Number 2 action is Katie gets to flip another
Another
card.
cat. Here we go. That looks like who is that? Wolverine, maybe.
Ooh, Wolverine. Okay.
Not all Marvel Avengers, but I think he's in the original Avengers, right?
Right.
Okay, yeah.
He is an Avenger.
All right, ready?
Super cats.
All right. Oh, we all cancel. We all cancel. Nobody gets to do
nothing
anything.
going.
All right, ready?
Super cats.
2. Oh, Chantel got it with 2. Xander and I all both had 4. Okay, so you get to, the 4 action is you get to flip one of your cards and flip somebody else's card.
Ooh. All right, so I'll flip mine.
So I kind of know that I need to flip one of mine over.
You-
Does it matter?
No, I'll let you choose.
I'll just flip this one back
All
over.
right, ready?
Super cats.
All
Xander-
different.
Xander got it with 5. All right, Xander's gonna flip a card.
Now you have to pick 2.
Now
I
let's
mean, I
pick
can
2.
still win.
All right, ready?
Super cats.
Oh, Sarah and I messed
Oh,
up. He
Xander
got it
again with
again.
2.
Oh man.
Excellent.
Okay.
Super cats.
I think I
Oh,
got
you
it
got
with
it with 5.
I gotta do 2 now.
Super cats.
Oh man,
Oh,
you got it with
I got it with
2.
two.
That seems to be this common thread, though. Whoever gets the 5 then gets the 2.
No,
All right.
Got a question from the chat.
Yes.
Okay.
How many people are in Tantrum House? Does anybody know the answer?
Wow.
Ooh.
Answer that.
Answer
Make
that
your
in the chat.
guesses.
All right.
While I count in my head.
You're right.
Carrie Hunt just asked, are my comments showing up? Yes, Carrie, your comments are showing up.
All right. We'll do a couple more rounds and we'll move to the next episode. All right. Ready?
Super cats.
I think I got it
Oh,
with
5 again. Oh,
Okay.
Sarah's gonna win.
Super cats.
Katie got it with 5.
I'm gonna do a different cat this time. Oh, that's Cyclops.
Cyclops. All right.
Super cats.
I think I got it with
You.
3.
Yes.
Ooh, one more. All right, ready?
Super cats.
4.
4.
Oh.
Ooh, you get to flip somebody else's back.
Ooh, Sarah.
Oh, not
She
my
was so
sparkle
close to
Katie. Okay. All right.
All right.
Super cats.
Katie got it with 2.
2. Wow, random. I only did that because I couldn't remember if I won with 5 or 4. But I won with 4.
Okay. Katie might get it. All right.
Super Cats.
And
We're tied.
Oh no, they're tied.
So you got it
I
with
got
1.
one with 1. Okay, this time the one action is I get to use both hands as different numbers.
Oh, that stinks.
Okay. All right, ready?
Super Cats.
Chantel got it.
Yes.
But you gotta do 2 this next time.
Chantel's cats are Sailor Moon themed.
They're Sailor Moon
Yes.
cats.
All right.
Super Cats.
Oh, nobody got it.
Nobody. Super Cats. Oh, we I feel like we need a fist bump.
There you go.
All right, I think I got it. I think I got it.
I got it.
All right, now what happens is episode 2 comes out. My cats are super cats. They're going to fight the Robo Dog. So we make this little puzzle.
Okay, do we move these then?
Yeah.
I guess so.
Yep. Move those out of the way.
When
We
you
construct the puzzle of Robo
I'm
Dog.
still counting. There's so many. It's awesome. None of you guys are even close. I just want to say.
Will's over here just
Keep
1,
going.
2, 3,
Are you
4.
counting children?
Yeah.
Did we
Yes.
go? All right, chat.
Let him keep going because nobody has gotten it right yet.
All right, so yeah, don't forget about the interns.
That's right.
Let's see. Thank you,
Don't
Tony,
forget about the
for
international ones.
Thank you, Tony, for the donations. Really appreciate that. Okay, BJ is flooding the interwebs with Tantrum Final Push. Thank you. Keep doing that. Keep spreading the word.
I may read an email that he sent us earlier.
Oh, BJ sent an
Later.
email. Okay. Oh, whoa, this is looking cool.
These are switched.
All right.
These are switched.
So interns do count. Do babies count?
Actually, I think I got it up.
Well,
These
you said the
count,
kids.
definitely.
These
Like,
are
what about
children.
babies that are almost 2?
Yeah.
Babies that are still in the womb.
All right, don't forget. Chantel.
25. I'm getting close. The guesses started with 11, 13. Not there yet.
I don't even know if I know the exact number.
I had to count it. I'm not even sure I'm right. So you
All right,
got
let
to
me
count.
count. Let me count real
We'll
quick. You
do
guys keep
several.
going.
Make a
I will
consensus.
count.
We
I will
haven't
count.
thought of this either.
All right.
I mean, do we have a directory? Like, what's going
Do
on?
we have a directory?
We need one.
Nice.
Our picture and then our name.
Contact.
42. 42 is a good
Oh,
good
wow.
guess.
Oh, wow.
I think
Oh.
one person has it right so far, according to my count. All right, keep going. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
is your count correct?
Hopefully.
Okay.
Did you
Okay.
count our secret baby? Just kidding.
No.
Sarah's like, no.
No, not as big.
Are we going to shake those Johnsons?
I mean,
The
I think
kids?
just not kids. I was
Just
only
the
going.
interns.
Yeah, only official interns.
Okay.
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 Official kids and official
All right.
I
interns.
think that's 7 kids.
We're going over there. I'm gonna go confer. You guys keep playing.
Okay. So what's the next round like?
Okay, so now I'm the Super Cats fighting off Robo Dog.
Okay, so we don't need ours out either, then.
Everyone else is playing as Robo Dog except for me. So we play the same way, except for you guys are trying to cancel out my number every time.
We're trying to figure out what number you're going to
Yes.
do. Okay.
If you cancel me out, how many people match, I have to flip my cards over. If nobody matches me, whatever number I have, I get rid of that many cards from the 12.
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
No, he's gone.
So
Alright.
sometimes this goes really quick.
So is there table talking in this? Because I feel like we'd be like, all right, I'm going to do 5, you do 4, you do 3. She's only going to get
Look at how many times I'm blinking my eyes.
Are we in the final round?
We are in the
All right.
final
Okay.
round.
So do that in just a second. After this, we will talk to you
Good
about someone has guessed the right number.
Okay.
All right, go.
All right, ready?
Alright.
Now we say Robo Dog instead of Super Cat.
This is why this looks weird.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I
There
can't
you
tell
go.
it's weird.
I think it's actually upside down and flipped to the middle row. I'm
Okay.
trying to put it together upside down. Sorry. All right, ready? Robo Dog.
She's got it with 4.
I got it with 4.
Oh, no.
All right,
Guys.
Robo Dog.
We all,
I got
we all
3.
protected 5. All right.
Okay.
Robo Dog.
I got 4.
Oh no! You two both have. Okay,
Yeah.
that means 2 of my cats get flipped.
Oh, we're killing
Because
your cats.
Yep, you're killing my
Oh, well,
cats.
we're making them not magical
Well, yeah,
anymore.
that's true. All right.
Robo Dog.
Oh, Sandra
Dog.
matched me. Oh no!
Robo-dog. Oh, man, you got it, Sarah.
One left.
Okay, we can do this, guys.
Robo-dog.
No! Well, I figured she was like, it has to be 1 or above, and I was like, she might go 2, so let's do it.
Now, if I would have chosen 0 and you guys didn't guess that one, I could have flipped my cards back over.
All of them?
All of
Oh,
them.
snap.
I should have done that.
You should
I
have.
forgot that that was a choice.
Yeah, I didn't know that was a choice either.
All right, we have a final number on
Yes,
the.
you can come back over. Or are we gonna go to the?
Yeah,
go over here.
Consensus?
Y'all,
So
y'all
just-
came up with the right number?
We have the right number.
We'll find out.
Just
Until
just
someone,
clarifying before we say the number is it's official interns, not the intern's whole family.
Yeah.
So because their whole family hasn't ever been on the show.
Right.
So
If
just the official
If
interns.
you didn't know, Larry the intern has retired, so he's
Yes.
removed from the count.
Larry the apprentice.
Larry the apprentice, he made it to apprentice level.
And yeah.
I think we'll accept 2 answers. We'll either accept 18 or 17.9.
I don't
18
know.
it is. 18.
When is your due date?
It was yesterday.
Oh, so.
18 it is.
Definitely. So 18, Larry, I think that's Larry Estrella.
Probably, Larry got it right, whoever was in there.
One of the Larrys. Anybody?
Larry.
Some Larry.
Some Larry.
Patricia Green got 18 as well.
Patricia.
Okay, so
Good job,
Patricia and
Patricia.
Larry, congratulations.
Good job.
Make sure you guys all do hashtag Tantrum Final Push on social media because you're going to be entered for a chance to win one of these cool games that we talked about at the beginning of the show.
But you have to share the Kickstarter link too.
Okay, share the Kickstarter link too. Hashtag Tantrum Final Push with the Kickstarter link.
And after Kevin shares the next game, he'll then by name say everyone that's a member of the 18 people.
Okay.
So you get
I
that.
hope you wrote it
None,
down.
none of the kids belong to Larry. Or Larry,
Know the name?
good luck.
Does
We haven't.
Oh.
we haven't-
You can't name them.
Oh, we did
talked about
say.
that too.
We did.
We were hoping to have a baby by now.
They haven't announced the name yet.
Oh.
On Thursday's live last week, we were like, well, by Saturday, we'll probably know the name. Stay tuned till the end.
Yes.
Well, I better not have it by the end of the show. That's 2 hours away.
Come on over here to the table. Alright, we are here, over here at the table, and Larry,
Oh.
we're going to talk about a game.
Yes, Disney Jungle Cruise adventure game
From Robin.
Ravensburger.
Yes, from Robin's Burger. So, yes, thank you for all the people who are in the chat. Thank you for spreading the love. We really appreciate that. Jungle Cruise. We'll get back to the fun things here in just a second. Jungle Cruise is a...
Let's do boring things like talk about board games.
Thank you for really for the support. All right, so Jungle Cruise is a new game from Ravensburger. I believe you can get this at Target. And this is a game where you are in control of a boat that is going down the river. And you have some guests that are on your boat. Like the Jungle Cruise line on the Disney, is it Disneyland or Disney World has Jungle Cruise? Does anybody know? Tell me in the comments, Disneyland or Disney World, or is that
Or both.
Or is it both? Does
I'm
Jungle-
pretty sure it's at Disney World at least.
Okay, Jungle Cruise.
Jungle Cruise is a new movie coming out with The Rock.
I know, I think this is all...
I've heard the movie might be delayed.
Aww.
Corona.
Corona. All right, so anyway, we can come back to the table, or come back to here to the table. So what do you do on your turn? You're sorry.
Kevin.
You know what? Just helping Ryan out. Just so you know, Ryan's doing all the hard work behind the screen here.
Ryan.
All right, so you have a die that has numbers on it. On your turn, you roll the die, boop, and you move that number of spots to the different thing here. So I am here at this one little dot here. The first thing you do is you take a card from the danger deck. 4 cards.
Four cards.
4 cards from the danger deck. You look at them. They all have these X's on them. So we have Pride of Lions, King Cobras, Bull
Or
Elephants,
no X's.
and and Calm River. Because I rolled a 1, I only have to choose one of these danger cards.
Because he was going slow.
Yeah, it's going a little slow, so I started navigating the river well. If I had rolled higher, like a 3 or a 4, I'd have to do that same number that I rolled. Because I rolled a 1, I'm of course going to choose the Calm River. And I'm going to let Melissa so she can see what happens on her turn.
Right. Well, I'm right at an outpost, so it doesn't matter what I roll. So I roll 2, but I have to stop at this outpost. So I only move 1 space.
Just so you know, we didn't start at the start.
And you actually draw Lost and Found.
Oh, I do draw Lost and Found. Oh, very cool. All right. We'll talk
You
about
don't
that in
have
a
any
minute.
space on your boat.
I know. I'm just going to...
So I, like Kevin, I draw 4 cards.
That's 5.
I was not as lucky as Kevin, so I have to choose something that has X's. X's determine how many dice you roll, so you want fewer. So I'm going to do the bathing elephant, and each card has flavor text like the type that
Read
your
one out, Melissa.
Jungle Cruise guide would say on the ride. So you may think that water's coming out of her trunk, but it's not. Some of them are funnier.
That was not funny.
The king cobras, careful not to offend them, they'll throw a hissy fit.
There we go. There's a good dad joke for you.
Alright, so I am going to take the bathing elephant, which means I roll 1 of these danger
Before you
dice.
do that, though, Melissa did roll a 2,
Mhm.
but because she only moved 1 space, she only has to pick 1 card.
So I roll it. It
Oh.
is nothing, so I'm safe. If I had rolled a danger symbol, I would have to lose something. Right now I only have people from my boat in the section that is highlighted on the card. But I did not, so I don't have to lose anything. I guess I can't just like jettison crew members. I have no space to take a good, so I guess I just take one and throw it out the river.
Yep.
Because I don't have any room in my boat for it.
You probably had...
Right. We just kind of set it up. We probably would have lost
People
someone
are
already.
saying it's definitely Disneyland and definitely Disney World. So, because we have people from different sides of the country. Hannah would know. Hannah knows definitely Disney World, and Peter would know Disneyland. So, thank you both for giving us the feedback. And Casey says that Raven Burger doesn't sound very appetizing. We agree. Oh, it's also at Tokyo, at Hong Kong too? Wow.
So a lot of people have like nostalgia with
the Jungle Cruise. So basically what happens is you're going to go around and eventually you're going to come to a place where there are, do we need to come back to the table here for a second? You're going to come to a place where there is a fork in the river. And when you get there, you get to choose. Do you want to go the longer route or do you want to go the shorter route? If you go the longer route, you're going to get some information. Melissa will explain that in just a second. Or you can go the shorter route and you can get to the end quicker. So what is this hidden information, Melissa?
There are 4 types of passengers from 4 families
You can't really see
on your
them.
boat. They have different icons.
I'll just show you one.
Basically, whatever icon is at the end of the river, the people on your boat that are still there by the end of the river, because you're probably going to lose some passengers along the way, are going to be worth more points than your other passengers. So you're trying to collect more of those symbols in your boat. So if you see a symbol out here, you know that's not the extra points symbol. So it's a little bit of hidden information.
A little hidden information deduction game, but mainly roll and move, collecting not only these different items to collect sets, but also to keep the crew or keep the guests on your boat by the end of the game.
Right. And whenever you land on a non-special space, you're going to take a lost and found token at the end of your turn, and they could be things like you found a passenger that someone, either you or another player, has lost along the way. Lost passengers don't drown, they're just wandering through the jungle, which sounds safe. Maybe. So there's opportunities to switch up the combination of passengers on your boat. There are also 3 different types of goods that you can collect, and there's extra points for having sets of each type. So you're going to get more points for that. You also get more points the earlier you make it to the end. Each turn that you're at the end, you get to collect point tokens. So it's a little bit of a race aspect, so if someone spends a lot of time looking at everything,
right. But
it
there
might
are
not
these
pan out.
outposts where people have to take their turn and stop there. So there is a little bit of a catch-up mechanic for the game. So we got some questions. Is this a Target exclusive? I believe, Jim, this is a Target exclusive. Hannah says, the 8th wonder of the world, the backside of water. Very nice.
I would say that this is a family weight game, but it does take...
Oh, it's already on Amazon, Steph says.
Oh.
Oh, in the US. All right, well.
So maybe not exclusive Target,
But you can get it at Target.
As I was saying, family weight, but it takes about 45 minutes to play, so you would need the kids to be interested for that long.
It says on the...
I don't think it says on the box.
It doesn't say anything on the box.
On
Come
BGG, I think it says 45 to 60 minutes.
Oh, here it is. And it says 2 to 4 players, age 8 and up. I would say, ages 8 and up can definitely handle it, but I would say a 9, 10, 11-year-old could probably handle the length of the time a little bit longer when you're talking about a 45-minute game for what the game is. So...
Yeah, and basically the only text is flavor text. Each player does have a special power that they start with, so as long as the child knows what that special power is, they don't need to really read during the game unless they are really interested in that flavor text, which I hear is a big draw to the game to begin with.
All right.
But that is Jungle Cruise, Disney's Jungle Cruise.
Disney's Jungle Cruise. Adventure game from Robinsburger. Over to the couch.
Hey, so we are going to be talking about Spy Tricks. It is a trick-taking game, but I think more importantly, it's a kind of a betting game.
Yeah.
You're attempting, what it is we have dealt out for 4 players here, and in this game, you're going to be taking tricks, but as you take the tricks, you're going to lay out the cards on this board, and there is one secret card, and we are basically trying to guess what this card is. So we've got 2 cards. You start with 2 cards out for a 4-player game, and we are looking at those, and we know that those are not the secret card. So what we're going to be doing is going through the tricks, laying the cards out, and then basically whoever wins the trick gets to put out a pawn, guessing either a number, like I can say I think it's going to be a 3 or I think it's going to be a 4, and then whoever is the loser of the trick also gets to put out a pawn. So the winner gets to choose first where they're going to put the pawn, and then the loser would choose second. You can't put 2 on one area. So I could also guess it being like, I think it's going to be a blue card, or I think it'll be a white card.
And you can also go ahead and pick the exact card if you want to be that bold.
The blue 6, if you want to do that. If you choose a suit, and you guess the suit correctly at the end of the game, you would get 2 coins, or excuse me, the end of the round, because you play 3 rounds, I believe. So you'd get 2 coins for guessing the correct suit. You would get 5 coins for guessing the correct number of the card, and then 10 coins if you get the exact card correct. So
this is probably like one of the first games that I ever played where being a loser actually benefits you.
Yes, I would say, so if you're one of those people who always gets dealt those low cards, consider playing this game.
Yeah, so with the cards, there are 3 different colors. The red one is your more powerful, card that's being played. So as each player takes a turn on picking what color they're going to go, what card they're going to pull out. Your red is going to be stronger, your blue is going to be in the middle, and your white is actually your weakest card. Yeah. So it does take a little bit of some strategy, because the first player will go ahead and pull out, I want to start off strong, right? So the highest number I have is a 3, that's red. And as the other players go around, you kind of have to strategize like, all right, do I want to be a loser in this, or can I beat, this strong red here?
Yeah, so, and as she's saying, like, any red will beat any blue, and any blue will beat any yellow. You do have to follow suit, so if she lays a red card, each player will have to then lay any red, they'll have to lay a red card if they have them. I have this. I would lay this out, for example.
Which beats me.
Which would beat her with an 8. If the red 9 is out, then, they might choose to play that. Or that might give them, you might try to trick somebody. So if I had the red 9 and the red 8, I might throw the red 8 out just to make everybody think that the red 9 is the secret card. Because otherwise you'd be like, oh man, somebody should have thrown a 9 on that one.
We do have a question.
Okay.
Do you mean the player with lowest card in the trick also places a pawn as well as the winner?
Yes.
The other 2 don't place a pawn.
Right.
Correct.
The 2 people in the middle do not place pawns, but whoever wins the trick and whoever completely loses the trick gets to place pawns.
Correct. Yes. So after everyone lays out their cards, we go ahead and we put them on the board here. Like that, everyone is now aware of what cards are available and what's not available. And as each round continues, that's when it becomes a little bit clearer every single time. All right, I think this is a secret one. And just like we mentioned, the loser and the winner are the only people who get to place their pawns on the board. And just like at the very end, you'll get your coins, and then we'll get to reveal the secret card.
And everybody actually holds one card in their hand at the end.
Oh, yes.
So there's still empty spots on the board. So the last round, you don't exactly know which card it is. You're still making a guess. You're getting a really good guess at that point, since there's only like 4 spots.
If you're really
open.
good at figuring that stuff out.
That's true. You'd be surprised how many times you still get it wrong.
Have you guys talked about the tiny cards yet?
No, we haven't.
Okay, let me show you a regular
the tiny
size.
cards.
Here's a regular size card. Here we go.
Yes, and then here's the tiny cards.
These cards are
it feels
super
weird
tiny.
holding them in your hand that
Your
small.
hands big.
Yes.
But on the board, it makes sense that they're that small because you have to place them all out on the board.
Yes.
Otherwise, you'd have to have an enormous.
but you'd sequence. People do sequence.
That's
sequence
true.
is a huge board.
That's true. It wouldn't fit in this tiny box.
That's
then.
true. There we go.
That is very true. And then, and we also have these helper pawns as well. So at the end of the round, the person with the
lowest amount of coins will get a helper pawn. And they get to place this, and it's kind of like a doubling your bet on that spot. So you can, say 4, and if you are correct with the 4s, normally you would get 5 coins, but if you placed your helper pawn, you'd get 10 points if you were correct.
Yes.
So that's really neat. Also, at the end of a round, if you've made guesses and it turns out, that all of the things you guessed turned out to be wrong. Let's say like these were my guesses and I have no way of winning anything this round. You also get a helper pawn and you get to place that in a new spot, which is really convenient.
Yes.
Because sometimes you do go through the whole round and you realize I have no way.
Guys, guess what?
What?
30,000.
We made 30,000.
Oh, yay!
All of a sudden, I was like, I don't know what's going on. Okay.
Did I go into labor and everyone else realized that I did it?
You're about to, and we shock you into it.
Of course I tell. Guess what?
That was
30,000.
surprising.
Yay!
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.
So,
Cool.
anyway. I don't know where.
It's hard to focus when we're
I don't know how to wrap it up from there.
But
we're pretty much, as I say, we're pretty much done. But yeah, as you go, you just put these out, and yeah. So this board would fill up. I had a pretty good hand that round.
Yeah. So that's Spy Kids.
She's got children on the brain. This is Spy.
Between the screaming, it's a mix because it's Spy Tricks, but it's from Whiz Kids.
Oh,
there we go.
And then we just played a Disney game not too long ago.
So this is Spy Tricks from
Correct.
Whiz Kids. So if you enjoy trick-taking games, or like we said, if you tend to just get a lot of really low cards dealt to you, this is the game you should check out.
Correct.
So
If you guys joined us live on Thursday, we gave you a little bit of insight into Chantel's TikTok videos.
Oh my goodness.
And so Mark says that he went down the rabbit hole of watching Chantel's TikTok videos, and she's a nut, and he can't stop watching. And now that we hit 30K, we have another comment that says Chantel needs to do a 30K TikTok dance.
Oh. All right.
she is pregnant. She due yesterday, right?
Yes.
Okay with that?
Tonight's
I
in time
will.
on TikTok.
Yes, I will.
There we go.
I definitely will.
Sweet. You heard it here first.
Rabbit trail.
All right. Thank you. Wow. Yeah. 2 times the goal. Thank you very much. Whew. Did we finish talking about?
Yes,
All
we're
right.
done. Done with
We
this.
did.
So yeah. Wow. Congratulations. Thank you. I'm just looking at all the comments. What's this favorite game of toilet paper dash, Jeremy? Line up at the door and run for the last pack on the shelf.
Oh my.
Oh yeah, in the grocery store or at the Costco.
I'm surprised there's toilet paper still like a little hard to find here.
It is.
I'm surprised. I really am.
Oh, I'm trying to go back in the comments here. Matt is asking, what's everyone's favorite game of 2020 so far? We can talk about that a little bit while we take a little break. We sort of are setting up another game in the background, Copenhagen, and but we'll take a little break here and talk about
Games that we've played or games that are out in 2020 because that's different.
whatever you want it to be, Katie.
Ooh, the games 2020
Yeah.
games.
Someone said
That's
Isle of
difficult.
Cats. Someone's played. I don't know if that was. Is that a 2020 game?
No, I
Melissa?
thought that was
Well, I think it was.
everything's
like,
running
fulfilled,
together.
Probably 2020.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. Let's say
Isle of Cats is a good one.
Yeah, I love
Planet
Isle of Cats.
Unknown for me.
But that
Planet
it
Unknown.
depends on when it actually fulfills.
I played it though. I played it this year. That's true. It may not fulfill this year,
Let's
but
see. Yeah, let's see games that people can
really
actually
enjoy that one.
purchase. Let me see.
I'm
if I
trying to think
Ooh.
because we do play a lot of games early.
Yeah, I
like
know,
some
it's
things
hard to
we
remember.
played last year that are now just becoming available. Some things we played that aren't available yet.
yeah.
Let me see if I can pull up a list here, and then we can look at that. But
Santa Monica's pretty high on my
Ooh.
list.
Oh, I did like Santa Monica.
That was a good one.
In the Hall of the Mountain King, pretty high on my list.
That also made your 2019 list.
I know.
Since
It
we
did
just-
get fulfilled at the end of the year, and now it's available for purchase.
wait.
I mean, the Hadel Project.
Oh,
Time
there we
for
go.
Hadel.
I haven't gotten to play that one as the finished product yet.
We have
need
copy.
to. Yes.
I guess you just showed up, Jonah.
Dean.
Dean's in the house.
What's up, dude?
Dean's in the house. All right.
Oh, we have a question about game bundle and all in promo.
How can I keep my game battle and get an all in? Bill, the only way to do that is to have 2 Kickstarter accounts.
Yeah, we don't have a
There's
way
no way to do both.
Oh.
Because you have to, because they're limited, both of those are limited.
Oh.
So,
right back for
I'm
whenever.
sorry. Yeah, there's
Get one of your buddies to back it for
there's
you.
another option. Yes.
Oh, Peter Von, Dwellings of Eldervale is supposed to come out 2020.
Ooh. Oh,
I really, really enjoyed the prototype, so I'm sure I will super enjoy the finished product.
Yeah,
All right,
that
I'm-
one's beautiful.
let me so Whistle Mountain, we've enjoyed that.
Oh, yeah.
That's coming out soon this summer.
Maglev Metro was also
Yeah,
really good.
that's gonna be a little bit later. Looking back at the list here, I enjoyed
Remember what we've already
I
done.
know.
Yeah.
Glenmore 2 Chronicles. Melissa and I played
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Why
We
don't you?
played that a lot.
Yeah, that's pretty fun.
Has a rondel action selection and then some tile laying aspects to it.
The other game that I really enjoyed that I played in 2020 is Underwater Cities. That
Yeah, we were late adopters on that one.
yeah, so that is a little heavier of a game, but that is like terraforming Mars, but underwater.
Oh wow.
And because you're sort of like building out your city underwater, and there's a lot of cool action selection mechanic in Underwater Cities, and the cards and things like that. So I really enjoyed that one.
With the expansion that has the
Oh,
recessed
yeah.
boards.
Oh, definitely.
So your pieces actually fit and stay.
Dean specifically says hi to Jonah.
Oh.
Dean also said that he enjoyed Sarah's top 20.
Yep.
So, Paladins is in 2020? I don't know, Jeremy. That's a good question.
It was available overseas
Yeah.
last fall. I think you may have been able to get it right at the end of the year.
Oh, I know another game.
The Magnificent?
The Magnificent we didn't get till 2020, but I know a game that Melissa hasn't thought of yet that is available, I think, the next week or 2 from Renegade Game Studios.
Ooh, The Search for Planet X. It might be available now.
Oh, I do like that one.
It's a deduction, like pure deduction game. No social aspect-ish in it.
Yeah.
So I really, really enjoyed that one.
I really like that one too, and that is definitely going to be high. and I'm already starting to think of, like, we're halfway through the year here.
It's hard to believe.
Right? What are going to be my top 10 games of 2020? I'm sure a lot of them aren't out yet that I've enjoyed, but Surpassing Planet X is probably going to be on the top 10. You heard it here first. So.
Oh, pictures. I enjoyed pictures.
Pictures was actually, it's a fun one to play. I really enjoyed that one.
There's a lot of laughs in that one as you're going, what is that?
Especially
what did
the
you
people
make?
who have to use string. What is that?
The rocks and the sticks.
Oh, yes.
Sometimes it really depends on what picture in the grid you have to make. Because sometimes it's like I have the perfect components to do that, and then other times it's like, yeah, I'm just gonna try not to make it look like another card.
I'm gonna try to make this stick look like a deer somehow. Not sure.
And that is a Spiel nominee. So.
Do you think we can get to the next stretch goal in an hour?
What is the next stretch goal?
35,000.
35.
Ooh.
Whoa.
I don't know. Let's see. Let me see what it is.
Kevin sounds optimistic.
What?
What about that social goal?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the social goal will be fun. Yeah. Social goal is 5,000 likes on Facebook. That's definitely doable.
Wait a minute. What's that game?
What's the game?
The game that you're all trick taking together.
Oh,
The Crew.
The Crew.
The Crew.
Do you
I like that one.
Have we all played that
Yep.
one? We've all
Did
played
play
it except for Will.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really
like
enjoyed
that.
The
That was a good
Crew.
one.
I like the Crew.
That's another one that it's like date is kind of iffy because it was available in Europe before it was available in the US, but probably US is 2020.
All right.
Yeah.
Hughes and Q's. People are
Yes.
saying.
Hughes
I,
and Q's
I
is
enjoyed
very
that
good.
one. Dean is waiting for Valor and Villainy and Ultra Quest. Ultra Quest is, I think, Blacklist games. I did a preview of that one. And Dean's also blaming Katie because he keeps thinking of Monsticles.
Monsticles, oh my.
What was that? Is that from your...
That was from our most recent video because I mixed up the word monster and obstacles, so I came up with Monsticles. And I was just gonna go with it in the video, and then Ryan's like, really? You're gonna go with Monsticles? I was like, I'm going with Monsticles. But then I was like, never mind, I'll go back and redo that part so I'm not saying weird words.
Just like trademark it.
Yeah,
I guess so. I mean, that's
It's
how
gonna
that's how
come out of the
Meeple came
game
around.
round. Somebody's taken the idea.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's how Meeples became a thing. Somebody just mixed up some words. So.
Jeremy says Santa Monica, like Sarah said earlier. So we were Melissa
Yep.
and I
And James says that the search for Planet X is out now.
Oh, good.
So you can look for it at your local game store or probably online.
Melissa and I are gonna go, and I think Jonah's gonna help us too.
They're going.
They're gonna play
There's-
Copenhagen at the table. I should get in on this. This is one of my favorites. Basically, making.
That's my
Oh, okay. Are we here?
I was gonna say, did we lose coffee? I was
Nice.
scared.
just the holder, not the actual coffee.
Just the holder. Copenhagen is from our sponsor Queen Games, and they have a new roll and write version out, I believe, of this one. Is there also a card game version?
I don't think the card version is out yet.
It's not out yet, but it is coming. I did see that, and I'm
Steph
interested to see that.
Is asking pictures versus Hughes and Q's. You guys figure that out.
Okay, look at that.
All right, here we go. So this is Copenhagen from our sponsor for the Saturday morning board game show for the whole year, and we thought, why don't we show off one of our new favorite games from Queen Games, Copenhagen.
If you hand me the rules that are actually in German.
Yeah, we actually don't have the English rules.
They are online. I'm just seeing if we
I mean,
actually...
they have English. It's out in English now, but we got the copy early. So.
I'm trying to see if I can figure out if we start with some cards in our hand.
Oh, I believe we do, but Melissa's going to figure that out. So this is a polyomino tile laying game where you're trying to build your facade. Copenhagen's known for their like cool color facades on their buildings. And we are trying to basically build that out on our own boards, our own player boards. You do that by collecting these color cards that are in front of you. I mean, we can just pretend that we're halfway through the game, so we don't have to. What? Here you go, count 3. What? Don't tell Queen Games.
But we do each get one of those cards.
Okay, go for it.
And we are playing with the deluxe acrylic tiles. Can you hand me one? Thank you.
All right. So, oh yes. So why don't we show those off real quick? These are the deluxe acrylic.
They're pretty cool.
Because you can sort of see through them. Let's show you the just regular base game.
The base game is fine.
No, the base game is fine. The difference is they're acrylic, and Jonah has those off, and you can they feel good.
They do.
And you can sort of see through them, which is kind of fun when you're laying them on your board. And these are the cardboard ones, so awesome. All right, Melissa.
Yes.
So for this tile-laying game, what can you do on your turn?
So on your turn, you can either take cards that are in the different docks, and to do that, you have to take 2, and they must be adjacent. Or you can play cards from your hand to collect a tile, and you would play matching colored cards. The number of cards you play in that color determines the size of the tile you take. So 2 yellow would get the size 2 yellow tile. And there is a hand limit. And you do have initial starting hands, but Kevin just dealt out 3 to each player, which is fine. 7 is the hand limit. So who wants to go?
Bill's asking a question. He wanted to keep the Renegade bundle and get all the promos. So Bill, one other option.
Oh, Bill told us that he pledged from 2 accounts.
Oh, he did do it.
And then he explained why.
Thank you. Thank you, Bill. We appreciate that a lot. Wow.
Well, while Kevin's doing that, I'll go.
Yeah,
I'll
Melissa,
take a turn.
you go. You go.
I'm going to take 2 adjacent cards. I'm taking the yellow and the blue. They refill from the thing.
Kristen says there's apps that use tablets that you can actually like hover over, like German translation, actually read English. Kristen, that is a cool idea.
Well,
wow.
I did download the document onto my tablet, so I have the English
Oh,
voice
okay.
now.
So I get to pick 2 now?
Yep.
Or play.
I'm going to pick 2. Jonah?
Oh, I went.
And
Oh, Jonah's already gone? Oh.
Yeah.
we're going
We're going counterclockwise. That's fine.
Yeah.
It's back to you, Melissa.
back to me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 cards. I can only hold 2 more. I will go ahead and play. So I have 3 yellow.
Ooh, 3 yellow.
So Jonah, the keeper of the tiles, the 3 yellow. So when I place this tile, I have to place it at the bottom of my board. I don't know. I'm just going to move my board up just in case. And then I have to place so that it's touching the bottom. You can't have your facade hanging out into space. It will be, you get points when you fill a row or a column. You get double points if it's all windows and no bricks.
All right.
So I'm going to go there.
Good job.
All right.
So Dean's already reading for Jonah.
All right. We probably won't play a full game,
That's
but
right.
we'll play a little bit.
And James there's also an expansion for Search for Planet X, which has nice player traits. That's cool. Is it Jonah's turn, actually?
It
because
is.
we're going this way.
We're going counterclockwise. Ooh.
And I'll put in 3 blues.
Cool.
And take this
So,
guy.
yes, Jonah, you probably haven't played before. So if you can get all windows in a row or column, you'll score double points. Rows are usually 1 point if they're full and you have bricks. Columns are 2 points if they're full. So if you get all windows, a row would be 2 points and a column would be 4 points.
I'm also going to play 3 blue. Can I have the same one you just took?
Sure.
Not the same exact one.
Right.
Just similar. All right, Melissa, back to you.
Back
We'll play
to
a few. We'll play a few rounds. Let's play a few rounds for people.
I have to take adjacent cards. I will take 2.
The next game that we're going to be talking about is the Captain is Dead from AEG. They're going to show some of the pieces off on that. And then Jonah and Chantel later are going to show off this game later in the show called The Alpha. This is really a cool box cover, but I won't steal your thunder.
Yeah, it's pretty good, but we'll talk about it.
We did have a question. Which of the promos on the Kickstarter are your favorites?
Oh, all right. We'll talk about that in just a few minutes. We'll talk about our favorite promos because I do have a couple favorite promos, Matt, and others who are interested. I'm actually surprised. One of the bundles is the Letter Jam bundle. You don't know this, but one of the items in the Letter Jam bundle is actually a Letter Jam puzzle. And that's a very limited item that no one can really get. I think they were only going to sell them at cons, and there are no conventions. So, Letter Jam puzzles.
So you get the game, the puzzle, a pin, and the extra token,
Letter
the
Jam
9
token.
token.
Yeah. Whose turn is it for real?
I believe
I
it's
think
probably
it's
yours.
yours.
Probably my turn.
Yep.
I'm going to take 2 blue because, Jonah and I are going to fight for that.
Yeah, I'll have to look at the count. It feels like it's low on some of the.
That's okay. We're just playing a
We're
couple
just
rounds.
playing for fun. My turn.
Don't we always play for fun?
Mm-hmm. Really, people, you're leaving me with not great options. I'll take.
Do you get extra points if it's like a row or column of the same color?
No, but if you lay the same color next to each other where it's adjacent, you can play one fewer card to get the thing. So you could play 3 blue to get the 4 blue if you play it adjacent.
So Kickstarter's not taking payment info, Michael. That's okay. I think we can work that out after the Kickstarter ends. So don't be too concerned about that. Oh, Dean just picked up the Toy Story deck building yesterday, which is a very fun game.
It is your turn, Kevin.
All right, Pictures is definitely a fun game to play with people, Dean. All right, my turn?
Yep.
I need a color.
Kevin's like, I'm talking with the people.
I'm talking with the peeps. So, if I play 2 blue, can I take that 3 blue?
As long as you place it adjacent to the blue.
Like this?
Yes.
Sweet. Okay.
And he's allowed to have that open space just as long as something is supported from the bottom.
Okay. I'm there.
Alright. I have 6 cards. I only have...
Okay, when you cover a shield on your board or complete a row with a shield out to the side, you get a bonus tile ability.
Yes. Has anyone done that yet? I don't believe so.
No, we're not even close.
But there are bonus tile abilities that allow you to do other things. We each start with the one where you could take 2 cards from different places.
Yeah.
I'm going
Melissa's trying to think about winning the game here, and we're not going to play a whole game, Melissa.
I'm going to take 2 of these, and I'm going to discard a blue card.
Because you can only have 7 cards?
Yes.
All right.
I'm putting 4 greens.
Ooh.
Whoa!
For this guy.
Oh, and you completed a row.
And it is all windows, so you
Okay.
get 2 points.
Okay.
All windows.
Basically, you play until someone reaches 12 points. Whoever reaches 12 first wins. Or there's also a end of the game card that you shuffle into the deck after it has been gone through one time.
So it's my turn?
Yes.
I'm going to take these 2.
I haven't even looked at the shape yet, but I'm going to play 5 red.
Woo! Woo! Take this one, Melissa. There's only 1 5 of each color, I believe. 1 hour to go. Okay, here we go. Thank you. Ryan's the countdown man over there. So, if you're currently watching, when we're live, we have 1 hour to go for our Kickstarter campaign. Let's check. Have we ever played Shards of Infinity? Has anybody played Shards of Infinity? I have not played that one.
I have not.
All right, so let me check the campaign right now. We have 1 hour to go, and it's...
It would be awesome to reach 1,000 backers.
Oh, that would be a cool thing, right? So right now we have 976 backers and $30,249. Remember, for the giveaways, maybe we'll talk about that in a second. Hashtag Tantrum Final Push to be entered with the Kickstarter campaign link to be entered for a chance to win some of the giveaways for today's show.
I
So it's
laid a
Jonah's turn?
tile.
Cool.
All right.
Or you can flip this over to take 2 cards that are not adjacent.
Ooh.
Ooh. Interesting. Let's do that.
Okay. Purple and purple. Nice. What's that mean, Melissa?
Oh, I think that's the end of the game one. That
Whoa,
doesn't
the end of the game!
that doesn't get put in the first
I guess I
time
win.
through.
2 points.
Dean knew it.
Right?
Dean
Yeah.
knew it. All right. That's my turn.
All right, yep.
I'm going to take these 2.
I'm just going to take 2 green.
Jonah. He's going after purple. Do you have any comments or chat? It's kind of hard to look at the chat and the Kickstarter.
Who is the most competitive player in the tea house? My guess is Melissa. That says BJ Wallingford.
BJ. Competitive. I know Chantel's pretty competitive.
Yeah, I would say that I'm competitive, but I also don't really take that. So occasionally, if I really, really want to win, I'll play Ruthless, but normally I play a little more gentle. I don't know.
Is it
Chantel,
your turn?
people were
Okay, go,
asking
Jonah. Chantel,
who
are
is the
you
most competitive person in the Tantrum
Tantrum
House.
Oh, in Tantrum House. I don't know. I feel like it would probably have to be between me and you. We are
Your name
very,
did come up. Your name did come up.
We are very, very competitive.
So I think it's my turn. I'm gonna do.
But I don't think it benefits me because I still lose.
4 yellow. I'll take a 4 yellow. Thank you. I forgot that these are different like shapes. Like the yellow shapes are these. I think that's kind of cool.
Yes. So the yellow shapes are different than the blue shapes, which are different than the red shapes, especially in the higher.
What happens when I
Once
run
you
out
start
of shield?
putting more.
If you
I
cover
ran
a
over
shield, you can take one of these bonus tiles, or you can.
Which is a one-time use.
Or you can flip a tile over that you've already exhausted, and there's one other thing that you can do.
Just take an extra card.
Yes.
Cool.
Yep.
There's take an extra card.
Yep.
There is, or you can take with the bonus. There's those single windows.
Oh right, yeah.
That's the other thing you can do with a bonus.
I think it's your turn, Melissa.
My turn. 1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, let me check the chat here. Bam. Jonah wins. Dean said it right there. All right. I think we'll just play like one more round and then we'll get to Will and Sarah over the
Kind of get an idea.
couch. I guess we got
how
plenty
the
of
game
time,
plays.
right? I don't know. Sugar Blast is a fun game to play, so.
We got a plague roll too at the end.
Yeah, we have an hour, Will.
We'll be alright.
Is it me?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's your turn.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Those are the two I wanted, man. Oh!
Did you get the ones
Those
you
are
wanted?
Definitely the 2 I wanted, but it's fine.
That's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. It's
Okay,
all
I'm gonna
fine.
play 2 red, but I plan to put the tile on a red, so I would like the 3 red. And it probably won't happen before we finish playing, but I am working towards getting that column full of windows.
Sure are.
Good job. The
Can you even see mine? I don't even know if you can see mine.
the tricky thing
You can see mine?
the tricky thing is that each tile has at least 1 brick on
I
it.
know.
So even if it's like 4 straight or 3 straight, one of those would have a brick. So you have to like figure out how to maneuver them.
Helena just joined. Hello, Helena. Thanks for joining the show. The countdown, the special Saturday morning board game show. All right, give me some yellow. Woo!
Goodness.
I'm gonna take.
Mm.
I'm gonna use my thing. I'm gonna take yellow and green.
So you just flip it over. You don't get rid of it
Fine.
because you can unexhaust it.
Oh, I can
That's
unexhaust
one
it later.
if
Cool.
you cover a shield.
Oh, that's cool. It's Melissa's turn.
My turn.
This is the last round. Melissa started.
All right. If this is the last round, then I'll play my 3 green.
Is that okay, Jonah?
Sure is.
All right, 3 green.
Can I have the 3 green?
Yes.
And just
get it?
so I
So you get some
get
points?
a few points, it messes up my 4 points, but I can place this like that and get 2 points.
Awesome.
Give my red 2 points so
Okay.
we have it,
Jonah,
marked.
can you get a 4-pointer? No.
Nope.
Can you might fill that in.
Yeah, but if I have to fill it in with bricks only to get points, right?
No, you would get the points whether it's either way. It doesn't.
As
Just
long as it's
if
filled
there
in.
is at least 1 brick, then.
2 yellows.
There it is.
Mhm.
There it is. That's a point.
1 point, and you filled in.
So you get another.
You can either take a.
Oh, I don't know what this one is, but it looks good.
So I'm gonna play.
So if you this
If I played this
Mhm.
and I connected, I would actually get to get this.
this is picking up cards.
Oh, that's picking
This
up.
is a
cards.
discount
get
to
this one.
playing.
It's fine. Let me see that one. That's not helpful.
Mhm. Not helpful.
But how do I get a little 1-bricker?
Cover a shield. Kevin's like, retroactively, I am.
Don't tell anybody. I just cheated. All right.
He did cheat because
I
that
got
would
2
have been
points.
somewhere
Got
else.
some points.
Oh no, is that 4?
4.
Bam!
Cheater Kevin doesn't really have 4 points.
Cheaters don't win, okay?
Life lesson, kids.
Right.
All right, I didn't do it. Fine.
Coming from Will.
Yeah,
so Will is known
is
for
the-
accidentally cheating all the time. All right, that is just a look at Copenhagen from
seemed
our
pretty good.
sponsor. I like
This
this.
is my
game.
first time, but that seems pretty good.
It's-
Yeah, I
it's
like
cool.
this one. I also like the roll and write version is really good too.
Probably get the one that's got the rules in English.
Unless you speak German.
Yeah,
All right.
I mean, unless you're fluent.
That's right, Tina the intern. All right, over to Will.
We're looking at The Captain is Dead, Dangerous Planet from AEG. This is the third or
It's the
fourth,
third
maybe,
in
their
the lineup. Yep.
In the first one, you are on a ship and your captain is dead, and you've got to figure out how to do all the functions on the ship to stay alive. In the second one, you've been taken over by aliens, and you have to survive. And on this one, we have crash landed on an alien planet, and we are trying to kill all the murder hornets. And
Pretty much.
and
That's
win
what
the
they
game.
look.
That's what, this is
Pretty
next
much
year,
think about-
2021.
This is the 2020 game.
Yeah.
So many things in this game just line up with 2020. It's crazy.
Crazy.
This game, some of my favorite things about this game are the standees. Now, a lot of people would rather have minis for their game instead of standees, but these are the absolute coolest standees available.
Yeah.
The acrylic is super fun colors. It has detail in the illustrations that are painted on. So in this game, you're gonna select a character, so you'll have a color. If for some reason you die in the game, you can come back as one of the others, but you're gonna choose just one, and they all have
Unique player
powers, which is really cool. So there's 3 different choices. If you choose green, they all have a focus. So green is science. You can play as a hologram or just the janitor. But there are specific roles that each are focus that each color has. You'll pick a color and one of those characters and play the game. On your turn, you have some actions to spend. You can move into these tunnels into the hive and
Termites? They're more like termites.
yeah, they are kind of like termites. You'll flip over. You're trying to pick up items along the way. Some of them have actions on them. So you
Hiding. Is that what you were trying to get at?
Yeah.
You want to know what Dean wants to know what murder hornets are.
Oh, I don't know. They were like a thing on social media for 2 days.
I actually do know a little bit.
Oh, give us
you
the
know,
etymology.
Kevin knows about
I don't know
murder.
everything, but basically they actually kill bees.
Yes.
So
Oh, they murder hornets.
They're hornets.
They're
that
hornets
murder
that murder.
Hornets that murder people?
They're not people. Not people.
That's
They're not
better.
people thing.
Like killing bills.
Whew. All right, better.
All right, sorry. That helps hopefully.
And since we're already in a tangent, Pete said he was rooting for me because of how terribly he treated me in King's Dilemma
That's true.
last night.
King's
where
Dilemma.
he betrayed me.
Oh, that was bad. It was.
Yes.
It was good though. It was a good beat. It was like what? Yeah, King's Dilemma is an interesting game. We're on game 6 or 7 now. I'm really enjoying that. So I'm sorry. Continue on with Captain is
With
Dead.
murder hornets.
Yes.
With murder hornets.
All right, so you're trying to get down these tunnels and make it through the game basically. This game I've found is
It's
a
tough.
difficult game. It is cooperative. But you have these cards that you will use to take certain actions, fulfill things. Every round, new alerts will come up. So this says add 4 bugs to nest B. So you have these bugs, they will come out, start here, and then every round they're going to be moving up these tunnels, coming to attack you and the ship. And you have these really awesome weapons that you can set up to try and fire down the tunnel to keep them at bay.
Tower defense, which is
Yeah.
kind of cool.
Yeah, this one does have a little bit different. Yeah, it's more of a tower defense feel
That part of it
compared
is.
to the other Captain is Dead games. I did enjoy this one. I do think it's a lot harder than
Than
some
the
of the
other
other.
two, yeah.
But
No.
it was a good challenge. I enjoyed the challenge in
And
this
you can
one.
kind of adjust the difficulty by the number of tiles you lay, and there's different ways you can set up the game to make it easier or more difficult. You're trying to ultimately collect these artifacts throughout the course of the game, and if you don't do it in time, or if all your people die, or if I
Your
don't know,
ship
there's
gets taken
several
over.
different ways for
Yeah.
you to lose miserably, and it
Yep.
is a tough game. But it's very cool. I like that all the iconography and art has. This is like the third version of the game. It's been out for a number of years, the originals, and the art still looks super crisp, which I love. The illustration style is very cool. We mentioned those standees. I definitely think more games should opt for just the little plastic
Yeah.
standees. Takes up way less space, small box format, but still has a beautiful table presence to it.
Yep, and like the other ones, you have all these systems in your ship that you have to keep online. Otherwise, you start having
losing abilities.
Yeah,
and-
so if you don't have your computers online, then you aren't able to do certain things. There is a teleporter. Some of them will make noise and it will attract the bugs to start coming towards you, so you have to be careful and use those limitedly in the game. But I enjoyed this one. It is difficult, but
It's a nail
very
biter,
cool.
but in a good way, yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool. I felt like the replayability is pretty high because the tiles are going to be different every time.
Yeah,
You've
you
got
can
different...
set that up. They have scenarios you can set up specifically, or you can set it however. I just set it up randomly today. Set it up however you want. So
But each
very
color faction has kind of unique player powers, and then within that, you may not even get through all of them anyway. These cards are going to be a little different. Everything in the game is
Yep.
different every time you
Yep.
play it.
The
so.
alerts, yeah, getting through the alert. So if you make it all the way down, and if you're in the red in the alerts, it's getting pretty bleak.
Yeah, I think we have a full review probably.
We do have a full review
on our channel. If you want to learn more about it, you can check that out on our YouTube space. I think it was us that did it too.
Yeah.
So
Yep, we
yeah,
did.
this is a pretty neat one. The whole series is pretty cool. Big fans of the art style. Like I said, lots of cool stuff.
Yeah. So back over to the table.
Peter's playing it. Alpha.
Jonah and Chantal are going to share with us about the alpha, but before we do, we are 47 minutes before the campaign ends.
47.
We are 976 backers, and it would be cool if we got to 1,000. So 24 more backers would be amazing. And don't forget, hashtag Tantrum Final Push out there on social media. Take it away.
Cool. So we're going to talk about the Alpha. This is a game from a light strategy game by Bicycle. It's for, I think the minimum player count is 3.
Yes.
Minimum player count is 3, but I think you can play up to 6 folks. And actually, I think we're just going to play a couple rounds.
I'm cool with that.
Show you how it plays instead of just talking about it.
To start off, to pick your first player, it is the person who howls the loudest.
I'll take it. All right, perfect. So in Alpha, you're playing as a pack of wolves. And you have an alpha wolf, which is like a two-headed guy right here.
Two-headed wolf is your alpha?
And then all the other guys are just single.
Your betas.
Your betas. Your betas. So what we're trying to do, actually everybody needs to put a beta on 3.
Okay.
So restart. That's kind of our score count in the middle here.
Cool.
And all we're trying to do is get food for the pack.
Okay.
So we're trying to get food for the pack. So I'll start.
At 5.
Is it 5?
Yes,
I
it
thought
is
it was
at
3.
5.
Okay, that's
It
fine.
makes sense to start there.
It does make sense.
Yes.
That's why there's a big pad. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, cool.
So we have it set up for a 3-player,
Oh,
which is
cool.
why we have only a certain amount of
okay.
resources
Yep.
out as well.
Can you see these up here, Ryan? The caribou and the deer? Yeah, he's going to check.
Okay,
Cool.
Cool.
Awesome.
So yeah, there's 2 for a 3-player game. There's 2 resources in the near forest, 2 resources in the deep forest. There's a scavenge resource, which only 1 wolf per pack.
Because we can probably put them.
We can.
Yeah, we
that's
can.
good.
Okay. Ryan's behind the scenes. Thanks, Ryan.
There's a scavenge resource, which is 1 wolf per pack can only go here, and then only 1 wolf period can get on the livestock. And what you're trying to do is place your wolves. So I'll go first. I'll place a wolf on the
So it's a little
caribou.
area control.
And you're
sort of
trying
thing.
to control. You need to have more wolves than the next person if you want to gain that resource completely. If there's a tie, we have to fight.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the point is that you're trying to be the dominant pack on the board.
Yep.
And the dominant pack will go ahead and roll a die, and that die
see
will
that.
let you know how much of that resource you gained, and then that's how much you will go ahead and move your tracker up. Now, however, when you're in the deep forest, because the resource
Oh, it's
there
up here.
is bigger,
Gotcha.
you know, you do have to move your pack backwards
Oh.
before you gain anything.
Yeah.
So sort of like spinning your wheels and then getting
Yeah.
ready. to charge
Also, on the cards, it'll tell you what you possibly could roll on the die.
I see that. Yeah.
So obviously, caribou, I can possibly roll an 8, which is huge, trying to get up the track.
All right.
Because obviously, the person who's up the track the most with the most food is going to win the game
Cool.
after 5 rounds. So I place mine on the caribou. We can go clockwise this time.
Yes. So I'm going to place my alpha, which counts as 2, on the deer.
Okay. So who can go in the livestock?
One
One person.
One wolf.
So
period.
if you want to get it how
So just so you know,
yeah,
you can
before
roll a 12,
before you
you can roll a 3, or these 3 Ds mean your wolf died.
No. I'm going for it,
Alright,
man.
but-
Yeah.
cool.
So I can go 12 spots?
You
could.
could.
I could.
You
You could. Every time that when we played it, every time that someone went on livestock, they died. So
Wait, who dies? The whole wolf pack?
this
The
wolf,
whole-
just that
this
one?
wolf.
Yeah,
That's
it
okay.
gets eliminated from the game.
He can handle it.
He can handle it. All right, did you
Team
place
says
yours?
I
this
did.
is Team Chantel for this game. Can't
Oh.
let Jonah win all the time.
Goodness,
Oh.
here we go.
All right,
Appreciate you,
I think it's
team.
your turn.
All right, let's get some hair in here.
So, what does the
Just count
Alpha
as
counts
two.
as 2.
Yep.
Yes. So the goal is
so I
to
can
be.
put him up here with Chantel?
Yes.
All right.
So now that I saw that Kevin put his alpha where my alpha is, I am trying to be more dominant than him. I'm going to place
Bam.
another beta there.
And Scavenger, you just getting one space?
Yeah,
Yeah.
one space.
And there's
Guaranteed
no
one
conflict
space. And
whatsoever.
You don't have to
Alright.
fight if you're tied with somebody or
Sounds good.
anything there.
And we only have some limited wolves here. All
We
right.
do.
And when we have a conflict, we probably will.
So, am I not rolling there, or you are?
So right now it's
Well,
Chantel.
it's-
She's dominant. You gotta tie her or beat her. Up
What if
there.
we tied?
If you tie, you have to fight.
Yes. So
that's
we'll
what
we'll
these little
choose to
tokens are
either.
for. And
At
you
that,
can injure your wolves, and then you don't get to use them for next round. Or you can share the food, and then you get to split it.
Okay.
And it's kind of
All right.
not a whole. I think it's you.
It is me.
oh, this is your turn.
It is.
Why? Why can't you just leave the bunnies to me?
Because.
So during this game, you know how previously we had mentioned who's the most competitive.
How many? One left?
I have one left.
One
Yeah,
left. This
in
is it, man.
Tantrum House.
Okay.
This game can really bring out that
we die
competitive
and you get
nature.
it?
Yeah. So I went up here on the deer because if they fight and they both die, then I get it. So.
That is very, very true.
Okay.
That is very true. All right, I'm just gonna make
Woo!
sure that I am dominant. I mean, Kevin, what is going
So we have to
on?
watch,
Okay.
we have to watch a fight. I mean, we're gonna watch a fight, right?
So now we
Battle
go
to
basically
the
just
death.
one at a time and we'll roll.
So
So I'm dominant up here on the caribou,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna roll this guy.
C5. What's
And
that
I
mean?
rolled a C5. So C means that there's a conflict. But because there's no one else on the
So then you just
caribou
get
at
5.
all, there's nothing, I just get 5.
Great. Yes, but we still, because a C5 was rolled,
Yep.
it does get flipped over, and on the next round, whoever is dominant on that pack is guaranteed 5.
Yep.
So
And
you
there's
don't
no
have to
conflict.
fight or anything like that.
Yep.
They're just guaranteed.
How many rounds?
5 rounds.
Okay.
5
Yes.
weeks.
Yeah, we'll just play a few weeks then. We'll see.
So now we're up to the deer, and so there is conflict. Kevin and Chantel are.
Okay, so talk to me.
Hi.
Let's fight it out. What do we do?
So
Alright.
you have this little token in front
have
of you,
this token,
and there's
yes.
a conflict resolution table in front of you
Fight.
as well.
So you can choose. Yes, you
You
can.
get to
You
choose.
can flip if you want, or you can just choose whether you
So
want
there's
to
no
fight
like
or
rolling
share
of
me.
dice or anything like that.
Nope.
No.
So what if we both fight? What happens?
So if
you
we both fight,
one wolf from each fight pack is injured and cannot hunt in the next round.
Oh.
And then,
What if I share and she fights? You
then
get all the food?
fight pack gets all the food.
yes.
Okay.
Then if you all share, something happens. If you all fight, something happens. If you fight and one's injured, but there's still a person left who's not dominant, then I'll get all the food.
What if we share? You get anything?
No, he gets
No.
nothing because he's not dominant.
Okay.
All right, you
Ready?
ready?
3, 2, 1.
So we both
Come
decided
on.
to share.
Distribute one food at a time to each share pack, starting with the alpha,
Do we have to roll a die?
and in the nearest clockwise order. So I'm alpha, so it actually goes like this.
Okay.
Correct.
How many?
However,
now you still have to roll.
we did place our wolves in the deep forest, so we actually need to go back. And Jonah, you need to go back.
did,
One.
I did go back.
He
Oh, you did.
He
Okay,
We never
awesome.
did, yeah.
So you
I
guys
was
still have
just
to
trying
roll
to make sure he had less food.
to see.
Come on.
Oh, I thought we rolled already. Okay.
Uh-uh.
Oh.
So X actually means that
Oh, it's over here.
I think X is that you die. I think your wolves are dead.
No.
Hold on, X
No.
is better. You fought and you got an X. I think I get
No,
it.
the prey got away.
The
So
prey got
even
away.
though we
No
decided to share the food, the
We
prey
didn't work
got
together.
away.
All that work for nothing. All right. So what do we do? Going down this
So
way.
now we're all over to the hair,
So it's you two.
which is
It's
she's alpha.
me, yeah.
Yes,
So I
yeah.
actually
So she actually gets it.
2.
She gets 2. cannot hunt in the next
Alright, so
round. So we have to take a wolf and put him injured. So we don't get to use him in the next round.
Do we still roll?
We still roll.
Thank you. 3.
A 3.
And then I think we get to, I think it goes.
Nobody gets it because you both decided to fight over it. So your
It
wolf
says
got
fight.
injured.
One wolf from each pack is injured and cannot hunt in the next round. So
Yeah, I
nothing
think
happens.
you're right.
Yeah.
I think we don't get any food.
Yeah, so no one gets
This
it.
is not
So
working out in my favor.
I should have actually. Where are we?
We're up there.
We're up here.
Yeah.
This is not working out in my favor, everybody.
So I actually probably should have done the exact same thing that Jonah did, which placed one of mine here.
'Cause
So
you
in
would've got
case
Yeah.
this situation happened, I actually would have gained that.
Yeah.
Now moving forward, now I was the only one who placed a wolf on the scavenge, so I go up 1.
Okay.
There's
And
no
then
conflict
here's your
there.
livestock.
Whew.
Here's your
This is me.
risk
This is
it
it.
for the
This is
biscuit.
risk
Risk it for the biscuit. Let's go. Oh, your wolf
You're
is
right.
dead.
You're right.
Back in the box.
And then that's
the end of week number 5.
Nick says that his daughter would love this game. I think we can move to the table. Is that all right? Or should we wait?
Couch?
to the couch where we are
Wherever
at
we're
the
moving.
table.
Wherever we're moving to. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Over to the.
Sure.
Yeah, no, we're good.
Hello.
So we are looking at Sugar Blast from Simon.
So this game is going to be available later this year. It's not quite available yet, but we have an early copy that we're looking at. If you're a fan of things like Candy Crush, the app, then this might be the game for you. Basically, I'm just going to jump in and take my turn and kind of explain as we go. We have a board with a bunch of different colored candies on it, and I need to switch 2 adjacent candies to make a blast, which is at least 3 of the same color together. So I have several options that I could do, but I want to switch this yellow one and this green, which gives me the blast of 3 green in a row. What happens is I take those candies out. For a blast of 3, I get to keep 1 of them. I'm gonna set the others aside for now. And then the interesting thing about this game is it's kind of on a tilting board. So I tilt it towards me, which makes the candies fall towards me. Then I go to the bag and randomly put out more candies. I'm gonna do it bottom to top. What I really want to see is a red candy, because that'll make another blast. I did not get a red candy. Now let's see if I can get a brown candy, because that would make a blast.
Oh,
I got
what?
brown candy. I'm not looking, I promise.
No, I'll hold the bag next time.
All right, so I can make the blast with that,
Cool.
which is 3. So I take these 3, keep
Slide
1,
again.
put the other 2, slide again, see if I make a blast. No blast yet, but I'm gonna do it from this side.
3 yellows or 3 browns.
Matt is saying
Let's see.
She pulls
apparently.
us out. It's magic.
Apparently, the company name is pronounced Simon.
Thanks, Matt.
Yes,
If you're
it
on
is.
social
Oh,
media,
Mm-hmm.
if you're
Hi.
Michelle, welcome.
Yep.
If you're on social media, they were making fun of themselves.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was
As,
They
as
can't
was
figure
the
it out.
op. The op joined in
That's
too.
true.
That was
Yeah.
pretty
So
funny.
all the ones that I set aside are gonna go back in the bag now. And now Sarah's gonna go. We each have a secret goal card that has a configuration of candies that we're trying to get. So
Yes.
Sarah, what do you want to swap to make a blast?
I am going to.
Blast away.
The tricky thing is she's going to tilt it
I'm
her
tilting
direction.
it my direction. I think I'm just gonna do this because it's easier.
Take the easy one.
I know. I was trying to like. There's all these greens. I was trying to do. So I'm gonna take these. I'm gonna keep 1. These get set aside. I'm
Oh,
gonna
thank
tilt it my direction. Add some more. We have another green.
Now, if that had been an orange, not a blast, gotta be 3 in a row, right? Or
Yes.
more.
There are some other configurations.
People want you to play with real candies.
Ooh.
I want to eat real
Yes, that would be amazing. Okay, now nothing is blasting now.
Correct.
So
So,
my
your
turn
turn
is
is over. Put
These
those
go
back
back
in the bag.
in, and Will is up.
Okay, so I'm looking at these purples up here, thinking there's a lot of action, but I can only move 1 piece. I think purple is the way to go, so I'll slide my peppermint right there, collect purple, purple, purple. 1.
Mm-hmm.
And then...
You tilt your direction.
Oh, towards me.
Towards you.
I feel like that's pretty close.
So it didn't.
Nothing really changed. Yellow.
I think if you had swapped them in a different order, you might have gotten a blast.
What?
Blast.
So you always have to remember which direction you're tilting because it will give you different options.
There it is.
Alright. I am tilting this way.
Melissa did pull off 2 tokens. She's already in the lead.
Yes.
Vote for Team Will.
Okay.
I feel like all of those years wasted playing
Candy Crush.
games on my phone
Pop
have all
Rocks.
come to this.
Alright.
Have all come to
People watching are probably like, no, you should have done the other
right.
way.
If you, yeah.
Alright.
A lot easier to see where there's not the stress and pressure.
Okay.
So much pressure.
Not make any blasts. Go from the bag. So if you do, okay.
Battle
Not
Cry
with
asks, was that the accidental cheating?
Oh, yes.
If I had 2 tokens now, that would be the accidental cheat. Oh, the tipping sideways, yeah.
All right, I did not make any extra blasts.
She had some potential there.
She did. She did. Okay. I am tilting this way.
Yeah, so
I'm going to
leaning it
move
up,
these
right?
Mm-hmm.
and take these.
See, judging by the lift, I would have thought I was gonna lift.
No, this is where you put your
Oh, I
fingers.
feel like design flaw there.
Did not.
Anything magic?
grasp
No?
it.
Okay, I gotta
No.
start looking. What am I gonna do? I'm going to tip. It's gonna slide this way.
Oh, can I?
So there are other
Ooh,
configurations. If you can get 4 in a row, you get to
Set it up
get
for Will.
more tokens.
Did
If
What'd
you
set up?
get
Oh.
I did because you
Some
can
other-
tilt it your direction.
Yeah, and
So obviously Will does not play.
yeah,
No.
not Candy Crushers.
Oh, why are you doing that one?
Yeah.
There's
You
one
want
that
the-
you
These
could
will
get
now
2.
disappear, right?
Yes.
And then I'm gonna tip either
Oh,
way. Am I
you
tipping
could
my
do
way or the
You're,
other
you're
way?
tipping down. You
I
tip
guess
down.
that he had 2 ways that he could have gotten.
Not even cheating.
There was a different one you could have
do I
done.
put in more first? Does it matter? Do these bust immediately?
I believe that you.
Guess what? While Melissa's looking, we are exactly
Uh-huh.
30 minutes.
You put
to go.
new ones on
Okay.
and then see what lasts.
Give me some
Yeah.
All right.
chocolate.
So-
Oh, interesting.
But you can't swap again.
Oh, what?
Yeah, you're done swapping,
I
so
feel
it's
like-
whatever.
So we're at 982
Alright.
backers.
These puppies bust.
Mm-hmm.
Just need
Take
8.
those 2. This is my pile, right? What's this?
Mhm.
This is your leftover?
They go back.
I tilt towards me.
Mm-hmm.
No new busts.
Same
Unless
fill.
something great comes out.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
We need
3 of the
3,
exact same.
2 red.
Oh! Oh!
Cheater again. Gotta go left to right. All right.
Cool.
So 30 minutes left. 982, but 18 more backers to get
18,
to.
we can do this,
So we
guys.
actually had like a contest, not a like official contest. We had a fun contest in the comments of people guessing the final number for our pledge and the number of backers. So right now we're at 30,265 with 982. What do you think? In the chat, tell us the number of
Come on, Dean. What?
number of backers. Number of backers and the final number. That would be awesome. So anyway, you guys finish up Sugar Blast, and then we'll take a quick little
Little chat
little chat.
before we play a game. We got one more game to play for
One
sure.
more game with
Yeah.
them.
I'm
Should be entertaining.
I'm doing a different configuration, I think.
Ooh, are you?
3, 4. No, I'm not. I needed
Oh.
one more.
Sorry about that.
Yes.
All right, so this is Sugar Blast from
Mhm.
Simon. That's going to be available probably in the fall time, Q3, Q4.
This
So
makes perfect sense. Like, this game should obviously exist. I'm
Yeah.
amazed that this doesn't already exist.
Yeah.
After Candy Crush crushed it on
Oh.
the iTunes store or whatever for 2 years as the #1 game in the world,
Yeah.
this definitely needs to exist.
cool.
Can I?
And look at the mental
I know.
exercise
like
that's
the
happening right now.
mental gymnastics going here. I was close to getting a different configuration that would have.
I
helped
want to
me
go
out.
back and watch the replay because you guys were all like, you're doing the wrong one. I want to know what else I missed. What was there?
There was the yellows and browns.
Yep.
Battlecry
you
said
could've done.
not so accidental by the look of it.
Yep.
Alright.
Oh.
So basically, we each have a.
Kristen
What?
says
What?
995 backers. Come on, Kristen, just 5 more backers.
What? accidental cheating.
Not accidental cheating. So, when you blast
Lucky.
4, you get 1 of the color, and then I can choose 1 of the ones from over here.
So some ways that
And
we
I'm
can
gonna
get
take
the
another brown.
some ways we can get the word out a little bit
Her
more.
secret goal is.
Some ways we can get the word out a little bit more is if you go on like other Facebook groups, like Board Game Spotlight, we're over there, Board Game Group, other fun Kickstarter groups to get the word out. That would be awesome. You can share there, and you can help them to come over to what we have to offer. So that'd be great. Hashtag Tantrum Final Push. So, and I'm gonna show you some of those giveaways. Are we gonna put this
Alright,
away?
well, we're about to potentially have
Oh,
We're about
a
to have
configuration.
Melissa automatically score.
Oh, I see
Yeah.
configuration.
So,
The game
Sarah's-
is more important.
Sarah hasn't
Right.
played
Yes.
before,
Yeah.
but if she swapped these two, I'm not saying that she necessarily
Just do
wants
it.
to.
That's
She probably
exactly
doesn't.
what
Just
I want
skip
to
that.
do.
She's
I have-
making a T, so she gets 1 of the yellow. All of these also blast, and she gets to choose 1 of those. So this whole section will be removed.
Yeah. Okay.
What?
So I am.
I would have done that on my last turn.
I keep a yellow and another one, so I kept a red. All of these get
All of them.
taken out.
All of them. Woo!
Wow.
Big blast.
That's a big blast.
All right.
It tilts.
It tilts.
She's putting a lot of tokens out.
Lots
Cool.
of chances here.
Awesome. I think we can move on.
How do you? What?
Ooh.
Yeah, more like it. Although she's still
So I
lining it
was
up.
really close to my goal. I just needed 1 more
One more brown.
because I needed a set of 4 and a set of 2.
And is that the game end as soon as somebody
Yes,
achieves the
it's
goal?
a.
Oh, then I won
This
last
is a
time.
20-minute
did you?
game.
No, no way.
I set it up for Will.
My goal was 3 unmatching tokens. No,
Yep.
I'm not.
2 sets of 3.
Yeah,
Yep.
well, I wasn't even close.
Cool.
But you were real close. That's awesome.
Yeah, that is really close.
That's way
Yeah,
faster
getting
than I
the
thought,
bonus,
actually.
yeah.
When is Sugar Blast supposed to come out? Kristen, Sugar Blast should be coming out this fall from Simon, and they, so this fall.
Get a hold of it. Cool stuff. Yep. This is the perfect family game.
So
for
let's
sure.
put this away, and then we can show some of those giveaways.
Okay.
So.
Yes.
Here's one of them on my phone. You want to see it on my phone? I'll show you up close. There was no way for me to plug it into the machine because
I
I'd have to
agree.
use a memory stick. But check it out on this camera right here.
In just a second.
Focusing.
Brian will do it. Brian will do it right.
It's so beautiful. Ooh.
Did you get it, Ryan?
Are we on this yet?
Yeah.
Oh, it was on it while you were focusing.
Oh, even better.
You told me to switch.
I did. There's one of them. Back to the other
All right,
camera.
back to here. All right. So what Will
Sorry
just
about that.
sorry about that.
Love it.
What Will just showed you was a deluxe copy of Gorus Maximus from Inside Up Games. That is one of the giveaways for one lucky winner for spreading the word right now for hashtag Tantrum Final Push for our Kickstarter campaign. So that is one giveaway. The other giveaway is from one of my favorite games. Will's gonna help us out here. This is Space Base Expansion called The Emergence of Shy Pluto. It says Saga Expansion number 1. Ooh. But anyway, this is to Space Base, a really fun, what would you call it, a set collection?
Is it real time?
No, it's
No.
simultaneous play.
It's like Machikoro or Foodies, where whenever a player rolls the dice, it's going to activate all players that have something in that space.
Yep. So, and the third giveaway is a new printing, the newest printing from from Leader Games called Root, a game of woodland might and right, and this is a asymmetric war game with really cute.
Animal meeples.
That's right, really cute animal meeples that plays 2 to 4 players.
Angry cute. It's like a balance. I don't
yeah.
know how
So those are the 3.
Yes, they do kind of have some angry eyes
Yes.
on them.
Those are the 3 giveaways, and so we will choose a winner for the 3 winners, 1 for each, after our campaign ends and after we have a little bit to search through all the people that are sharing all over social media. But we're going to be looking for that hashtag Tantrum Final Push to choose the winners to give these games away. So anybody in chat asking any questions?
They might be. You can check that. I did want to read one email we got from a backer that I thought was pretty cool. He asked some really great questions, and I thought we've got a little bit of time. We might as well answer some of those before we jump into our next campaign, or our next game. First off,
next campaign?
Right, our next campaign starting tomorrow. Just kidding. I'm too exhausted for that. First off, I want to give a shout out to, let me get to where I'm at in this email. Hold on. Where's it at? Colby and Riley. Thanks for being cool gaming buds. So keep up the good work, you guys. And then I had a couple questions that I wanted to ask the whole crew. These are great questions. We could probably make entire episodes out of these, but we'll just run through them really fast. Here's some topics we could chat about. For example, games you love but suck at. What?
There's a long list of those.
For me or for you? What were you saying?
For me.
Oh. One of the first ones. So I don't really suck at them. I'm just not as good as everybody else.
That would be the definition. That would be the definition, Will.
Pretty much any tile placement game that I play with Sarah, I know going in, just gonna lose, just gonna have fun at this. I was trying to think of whatever we played just last week, and I was like, thought I had the best score ever, and then you beat me by like 10 points, and I was like, gotta be kidding me. Best game. Any games that you guys suck at that you still love?
I am really, really bad at engine builders and deck builders.
There we go. Let's go with Gizmo. Or is that what it's called? Gizmos? Yeah.
I love playing Gizmos. I lose every single time.
You must not be playing me, because I lose every single
time. No, it's bad for me. I even demoed this, and I've probably watched over 100 games. I know how to win in several different ways. I know the strategies.
But I've never.
I can't do it. I just can't do it. I don't know what it is. I can't pull it off.
So we have some questions. Does Tantrum House play video games on Switch? Dean enjoys Cardpocalypse. It's a card game similar to Magic.
On Switch?
On the Switch. Larry Strong's Wingspan.
I don't have a Switch. We don't have a Switch.
Sorry.
Yeah, our kids play it all the time, but it's mostly Fortnite and
Minecraft.
Yeah.
Tim says the final number is going to be 30,575 with 994 backers. Come on, we can get it to 1,000 backers, right?
That close?
Come on, Tim. You can help
right
us
now,
get there.
We have 20 minutes.
But I think Will had more stuff he was
Oh,
saying.
sorry.
Sure, but we can go back and forth. Either way is great.
I mean, we gotta interact.
Yeah, exactly. What game, or the game each individual wins the most at against the others? Is there a game that you're undefeated on?
Bill's asking 1 entry per person or 1 entry per share post. I say 1 entry per share post.
On different
platform.
different platforms.
Different platforms.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Definitely.
Do that for sure.
Different platforms, Bill. Got it. Sorry.
More stuff, yeah. Coming over. Yeah, bring it in.
Come on, Jonah.
I'll slide it.
Whoa.
It's gonna be fine.
Kevin almost always wins Raw.
Yes, that's an older
the
game.
auction game.
Yes.
I can't remember what it is. There's a game that I was like undefeated at for a while.
How do you?
Uno?
Uno.
Okay,
That's true.
so we have a funny
thinking of
story
that one.
about Uno. Like when we very
Here's
first.
the origin story.
Yeah, so when we very first started dating, we had a deck of Uno in college, and we're like, oh, let's just play Uno. We played 30-some games in a row, and Will tried to cheat to let me win.
To lose. I tried to lose.
To let me win, because he felt bad, and even cheating, he couldn't win.
It was like,
just
as soon
over
as
and
you
over.
win one, we'll go get ice cream or whatever.
Even cheating, he couldn't lose.
He couldn't,
I would have like 3 wild cards in my hand and be like, pass? Yeah, undefeated at that one.
Yeah,
But,
undefeated.
There was some other game. I don't remember what it was. I should have come prepared to answer these questions.
986 backers. 14
What?
to go.
Come on, 14.
14
One
people.
per minute.
1 per minute. No, we got 20 minutes. We get.
I mean,
Yeah,
let's
that's
have a little breather.
Are there games
at
that
the
you
end.
and Chantel, like somebody always wins this game?
Catan. Who wins Catan all the time?
Look at the stack.
I win a lot. I'm pretty good at this game. I'm telling you, I'm pretty good at.
Do you
that
like?
game.
Did you have any expansions?
all of them?
Do you like certain expansions for that one?
Yeah, I like. So if I want to play, I pretty much exclusively am gonna play Cities and Knights and Seafarers.
Okay.
Together. I don't love
Good combo.
Traders and Builders.
Yeah.
I don't. That's not my favorite. But yeah, that's like my.
Seafarers is great. It's like that's
That's
a
like-
whole nother.
Yeah, I feel like you have to have that. If you have played Catan more than 3 times,
Right.
you got to
Time to upgrade.
Yeah, put the water, put the water in the boats in. We got to do that. I'm pretty good at it. So
I would say King Domino is one that I've never beat Sarah at in my life.
Most
sure.
most tile games.
Pretty
we
sure.
Don't.
That was one of the ones that I
I
was
think
thinking of.
I
Where
think
I was
that's
like,
because I did a lot
do
of
it.
puzzles as a kid.
Mm.
Like that, putting things together. I'm good at that.
Is there a game that you thought looked terrible, but played because of the show? It's legit, and you enjoyed it or ended up loving it.
There is a couple, but I'm trying to think of what they were.
I mean, Castles of Burgundy.
Um,
That's more of like
what's
the
the one you
graphic
did the
design and component quality.
Reggae Revolution.
Oh yeah.
Reggae Revolution,
Yeah.
not the most beautiful game.
It looked-
Really fun to play though.
Yeah. It was.
Yeah.
By the looks of it, I was like, I don't know about this, but get into it. Yeah, cool stuff.
I
going
will
on.
say the first time I heard about Exchange, I was like,
Okay. But Exchange is
Yeah,
pretty
it
good.
looks pretty, but it just sounds a little boring.
And that's
stock
from
market-y.
Bicycle.
What's that from
People might not be
Bicycle?
familiar
Sorry,
with
that's the
that
one that we showed on our last show, and we actually played it the other night. I was like, hey, it's got the theme's kind of cool. It's like the stock exchange sort of theme, and it's really enjoyable.
Can you pull the chair? I mean, if little babies are sleeping.
I can get out of the way.
Me.
We need the baby.
Well, I
Right.
want to make
See
sure
that.
Farron's actually going to stay safe.
Do you want to sit
Always.
here?
I'll sit
always
here.
excited.
Okay,
guys have to
sit
run
back
out.
there.
One other prototype I played was called Hedgehog Hop, and it has like weird purple hedgehogs. I was kind of like, I don't know. But it actually had a pretty cool mechanic. It was like actually kind of like Sugar Blast. Like you've got cards and you remove one and slide them over based on what type of card it is. So some slide different ways.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool.
Jeremy said that he and his wife played Uno the night they met, and he cheated to let her win too.
There you go. Winning
Pass
strategy.
cards under the table. What? Hannah always wins Power Grid. That was a fun game. Michelle, her husband, always makes sure that they play a co-op for their last game, so he's not mad. Yeah, so they're not mad at each other. That's nice. Yes.
That's why Ryan and I have to play co-op games too. So I'm not mad.
All right.
Quest for
Will
El
and I
Dorado.
do
there.
better when we do play competitively, and that goes into sports and stuff
Right.
too.
In life, in general.
If we're competitive, we do much better.
Yeah. Sometimes if we have more people
We're both
than the
alpha
game
gamers, so that's yeah.
supports,
yeah, that's
Kevin and I
true.
will play on a team, and we'll usually say that it's actually a handicap.
It is a handicap.
Because Kevin and I usually have very different strategies.
Oh,
So when
yeah.
we try to play together,
Yeah.
we like,
They clash a bit.
you know, sabotage our united gameplay.
Yeah.
16 minutes left.
Usually I take over and
Yeah.
she's like, no, you're messing it up.
16 minutes left. So just saying, keep sharing. Keep sharing. 16
All right,
minutes
we have
left.
16 minutes. We need to
9
play
minutes.
this game.
Oh, yeah. There we go. Sarah's going to teach us this. Keep sharing
We're
out
gonna pull
there.
some-
All
That'd be
right.
great. So we're
Everybody
gonna-
meet.
so-
I was going to show them.
So as you
Just
watch
starting
and as
off.
you look at this and Sarah explains it, you can actually put in your put in the chat some of the answers that we
Yes.
actually put on the dice. So
Okay.
Sarah, explain what's happening.
So one person should probably.
Do you not want to play?
I'm not going to
Kevin?
play. I'm going to
Okay.
do the
We
chat.
can- okay.
Oh
Everybody
man,
gets-
well I'm jumping up to play then.
All right.
Okay.
I'll be
We
back.
got how many dice we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
We have
Sure.
6.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Should be 6, but we
I mean,
might.
Kevin can play if I don't.
No, I need
Well,
to
Somebody
someone
needs to
needs
keep
be-
chat.
Oh, tell us the cool stories.
Okay,
Somebody
everyone's.
has to-
I'm gonna give everybody a couple cards. You pick a card.
Good game to
Pick a
get my
word
wife
on a
interested
card.
in
I'm gonna
gaming.
give everybody
Joel.
one of these things. You're gonna be
All right.
drawing it
Before you get started.
on the.
And nobody else is supposed to know what
Yeah.
it is?
Some
Yeah.
good games to get his
Secret
wife interested in gaming.
Do
I would
we-
definitely say
Which side are we
cartographers.
using?
Do
Yep.
we
It's
want
a great one.
people to be able to try to guess what this is?
Yes,
Cartographers.
We have to draw it.
you have to draw it.
I
So
can't draw.
Kevin, you're
That's
not
always
allowed to
too
make
easy.
we played with my kids, and they're like, they didn't want to stop playing. Like they wanted to keep playing because they had so much fun. So what
Okay.
we're gonna do, we're gonna.
Yeah,
I gave everybody a bunch of things so we can choose.
Jim, I would say
something good.
Wingspan is a great one to introduce
Yeah.
to your wife.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Wingspan.
It's a good one.
We are going to
This
draw.
game is called Droll.
Yes.
Droll.
We're going to draw on all the sides as many as possible, and then when the time's up, we're going to stop and we're going to roll, and whatever is facing up is what everybody else gets to see.
Well, you
So
get to
if
see
you-
the sides too, but you
So-
don't get the bottom.
So
So-
there's one side that will not be seen. So if you don't draw on all the sides, it's possible that your drawing will not actually
So
be
every picture should somehow relate to the
Communicate,
topic.
yeah.
seen. Yes.
Uh-oh.
And then we're going to look at all of them and
topic.
write what we think on
Oh,
our card.
You choose one of the.
And
the
I need a
card
marker.
things.
Do we have any
Oh,
more?
I stole it. Is
Are
there
we
one left?
passing these?
We might have.
Oh, I have
had
too
one
many
in
I
the-
need a little more information.
There's a
Am I
green one.
drawing on each of the sides?
Yes.
Yeah, draw.
All the sides.
For
And
one
one-
topic.
One topic.
Right, you
Pick
probably
one
don't
of
wanna
those
draw.
topics.
There's one in the
Oh.
box. There's one in the box.
One in the box.
Oh, there it
In
is.
the box. There was
There
one
we
on
go.
the table I was
Okay.
going for.
All right. So
Oh my.
Kevin's gonna
I got this one.
Let me talk while you
chat while
I will
we.
chat.
Wait, she started drawing already.
Sorry.
I'm calling her.
I erased it.
Alright,
my finger
I'm
instead of
so
the
bad
eraser.
at drawing. I hate it.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
I know. I'm so excited to see your stuff.
It's
Wait,
gonna be so bad.
Peter says, "Come on, 13 backers." And at first, I thought he said Simon. 13
Makes
backers. So,
Okay.
Joe
Alright.
says, "Vested interest on cartographers." Definitely for Tim. Yes,
Alright,
still
ready,
waiting on mine
set,
to be
go.
delivered.
Ready to go.
Okay, so they're going to be drawing, and they're going to be trying to draw things on their cards and get people to guess them. When you see things, we're gonna switch camera angles in a couple minutes here, and you're going to guess in the chat what you think people drew on the sides of the dice. Is it one die is drawn at a time or rolled at a time, Sarah?
We're guessing all of them at the same time.
Whoa, guessing all at the same time. Hey, Farron. Look over here.
This is gonna be so
wanna say hi?
bad.
Farron's here. She wants to say hi. Final moments are so exciting. Thank you, Peter, for watching. We appreciate it. Yes, final minutes. We have about 13 minutes left on Kickstarter. And let me go check to see how many backers right now.
12 needed. 12 minutes to go.
12 minutes, 12 people. Come on, we can do it. It'll be fun.
It'll be fun.
It'll be fun.
For reals, y'all.
For reals. Just tell your friends you just need to back for $1. That's all you need to do.
How much time we got? Oh, we got plenty of time.
Oh yeah, back for $1. Spread the word.
We got some good promos still available. We have some good.
I'm doing so much better than I thought I was gonna do.
Oh, that's the one that ended up
So much better.
All right, who is the best drawer?
Not me.
Is
Not
Sarah
me.
or Katie? Because, well,
Yeah.
I guess Will's.
Will
I'm
technically
done.
has an art
finished
degree
the
as well.
entire
3 of
thing.
us have art
You're a
degrees. So this
designer.
is
I would actually say
Can
Sarah.
we draw the
Best
same thing on each
artist?
side?
Yeah.
Is that a
Sarah and
possibility?
I'm the
Katie
best
have an advantage
artist.
here.
yes.
I'm doing so
Best
much
drawer.
better than I thought, guys. So much. I
And
got one side
then,
left though.
do we have a time limit on this part too?
You guys only have like 20 seconds left.
I don't know.
Okay.
I think you have to like guess in time too. Maybe. No?
Really?
Hmm? Oh, I think we didn't read the rules. I'm pretty sure like when I put my drawing down, you only have so much time left.
Oh. Sarah
Otherwise, you
didn't
could
say
take
that.
forever. Did you say that?
It's okay.
Oh,
Ready, set,
I
draw.
have a side.
Turn over the timer.
Yep.
There's
Sure.
2 minutes.
Done.
There's your turn to
Done.
draw
Okay,
the
done.
best.
Oh no, I didn't. I missed my side.
That's okay.
Okay.
Once the timer runs out, players roll their dice. Oh, okay, right, good.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so everyone rolls. Are we switching cameras?
Oh no!
Can we walk
Who drew
around
on
and look
yellow?
at the different sides?
Right now.
Here we go. Switching to the different camera for you.
Okay.
Okay. All right. We may need to rotate some of these.
I was just saying.
So,
Ooh.
in the comments,
Who's red? I know red.
guess. Label your guess with the color.
Oh, maybe. I don't know what that is.
Light.
Okay. I think it's got it.
Is there
then,
a
wait.
reasonable, like, what's the categories? Is there, it could be
It
anything?
could be anything.
Good luck.
So
Could
if
be
they picked a green, a lot of them
I didn't even know they were
Okay, now
double-sided. I only looked at the green.
990, 10 more to go. What? We can do it. 10 minutes. 10 minutes, 10 people.
Oh boy.
They can be.
Photographer, so he knows that you draw well, Sarah.
Oh yeah, that's.
That camera died.
All right.
Not sure about the orange.
The close.
Come on.
The main one?
No, the main one's on.
Okay.
I can change the
Keep that main one on.
I can use one of these.
What is that top thing? I just don't know what the top thing is on this one.
You don't?
That thing?
Yeah.
You know what that is?
Uh,
Well, people want to see
I have a guess of what the top thing is.
Ooh, I don't know what's on that one. Rotate that blue one a little too.
You can't.
Is this a
rotate.
whole phrase?
Just
What if you're
rotate,
getting
right?
close with your phrase?
We can vote if it's close enough.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Mom's over here. Want to say hi, Mom?
What do you guys think in the comments? You guessing it?
Sunny,
Can they see?
Can you even see it? Probably not.
Okay.
Alright.
Green, I've done.
No, I'm
Okay.
Hey, Farrah.
So,
definitely
there's
not
only
right.
4 that I need. Hi, Farrah.
What am I missing?
What in the world?
9 minutes,
Green.
9
Oh,
backers
green's
left.
me. I don't get to guess mine.
9 backers.
Yep, 1 minute.
Don't look at the bottom.
Come on, guys.
I don't know. It was like this.
Orange.
Get out of the shot.
Orange you.
Yes, so my best drawing ever. Will's over here like,
I do love it.
got nothing.
No idea
Don't know.
what this orange one is.
Oh no.
Oh my
no.
goodness.
I haven't even looked at the red
It's like
one.
a dude who died in front of his campsite. Maybe he's relaxing.
Oh,
Some birds attacking a person. Forest. I think the
8
top
minutes,
is
8
the
backers.
secret
what is this?
code.
I don't know what this is.
Oh, come on.
I have no idea.
All right.
Will
it's time
knows
up.
what the red one is.
Yeah. All right. What is that top
Yeah.
thing?
I have no idea.
I know what the blue one is. I don't
Are
know
you-
what the
No
orange
idea.
one is.
Oh boy.
Ha! What is it? Rotate
Right,
that one more
good.
time. What's on the front?
Yeah, that's good.
What is
Go
that?
back to the-
Maybe I know
Alright,
that.
hold it in the small camera.
I don't know.
It's like a fire breathing
9 minutes,
elk.
8 backers. Come on, we can do it.
Okay. All right. We ready to
I'm
guess?
missing. Hold on. I'm missing green.
Here we go.
I'm missing green.
The final countdown. Da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da.
Are we really 8 backers left?
Probably. Crazy.
Okay.
Let me check.
All right.
All right, people viewing, can you figure out
Did we
what
get guesses? Do we got guesses? On it?
this one
I'm checking the
is?
8 minutes, 9 backers. Come
red.
on, so close.
That's
C
what's
and
in the-
shoe.
All right.
Okay.
So somebody guesses
We got scuba diving.
outdoors,
Yeah.
fishing, sports, scuba. I felt good about scuba as an answer. Oh, she's a cutie. Way to go, Farron. Okay. Let's guess
Someone
the
gets
green
a
one.
house.
Green dies up first.
I thought this
Sarah,
was.
what did you write for green?
I wrote
Michelle.
Cat in a
yes.
Hat.
Ryan.
Cat in a Hat.
has 2
I didn't write
ones.
anything, but I was about to write. I was thinking. This is gonna be so stupid. I was thinking Little Red Riding Hood.
This minute
On the
backer
green?
she has a
Yeah.
nail biter,
Okay.
Peter says.
Cat in the Hat's
I
was
said
Anybody
cat in
done
the hat.
computers?
It's Dr. Seuss.
Oh.
Which is Cat in the Hat. Did I rely too heavily on Cat in the Hat?
I guess so.
Everyone wants to see
I didn't know
Baby
what that
Gwen real
was.
quick.
It's an
That's
ink.
a
Everyone say
No,
hi
it's
to
the
Baby
ink.
Gwen.
You're awake.
I knew that exactly. That was an ink thing.
Thank you.
And then a book.
Oh,
Right?
that's
So
what
it's
I
like-
didn't get to see.
Oh, you
That
missed the
would've-
one claw. The
That
doctor
would
part.
have been.
Show
That
the
would have
audience.
been it.
Look at the
Yeah,
doctor.
it's.
That was the clue.
Well, it's hard to tell, but it's
Put it lower.
Stethoscope.
stethoscope.
Just keep it on the
That
ground.
was the doctor.
on the
Okay,
Cat in the
table.
Hat's a
Yeah.
way better guess.
All right,
Yes,
Cross
so
out from
cat.
the top.
That would have helped us with Dr.
Start from the
Seuss.
bottom.
Share, share, share.
What
We're
is it?
Like 9 people away.
Come on. Pink. What do we think pink is?
8 people away. We're 8 people away.
I wrote scuba on pink.
Scuba.
I put scuba diver.
I had diver.
Well, it was something like that. It
So-
was scuba or scuba diving. I think it was
Would you
scuba
write-
diving.
Scuba
Okay.
dive.
Scuba
That's,
dive.
that's all clear.
Very
That's
we got
all,
that one.
all
Alright.
in there.
We probably
Okay.
get a point for that
Yeah,
somehow.
scuba diving.
Every
diving.
correct answer, Katie gets a point. too,
Woo,
so
woo.
she
What?
gets four.
I
What?
got scuba
Four?
diver.
So I got 1.
Did you
I
get a
think we all
joke?
got it.
Yeah, I
Yep.
did.
Yeah.
Yes.
Are we counting Cat in the Hat as Dr.
You let me choose, so that
It's
was
up to
a
the
good-
audience, everyone. Is Cat in the Hat the same as Dr. Seuss? Tell
No,
me
it's
yes.
not.
No?
No,
No.
let in the audience says, don't be swaying them
No,
with
it's
your
not.
biases.
It's not.
All right,
Alright.
orange. I wrote camping.
I wrote camping.
Camping.
I did not
You
see
saying
the
that
10.
no?
I had Lord of the Rings.
What are the rings?
It's hunting.
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 I
It's
knew it was a gun.
Why didn't you tell me it was a gun?
I knew it was because I wasn't gonna help you.
I was on the boot side.
I thought I was like hiking boot. That makes sense.
It does look like a gun now that
It's
I
a
look
gun,
at it.
but I
Oh,
could not
but
figure.
that's
So
not
it's
a
not
hunting
a
gun.
bleeding animal, not
It
a
was a bleeding animal.
not a
Yeah.
fire
And
breathing.
people
Oh,
breathing.
I'll
Elk.
do that upside down.
Oh.
There we go.
And then
Let's-
I thought it was
bow
a
and arrow.
Yeah, I thought it was
I
a
saw the
vomiting.
bow and
Yeah.
arrow.
Shooting himself.
I saw the
Yeah.
birds and I was like,
That was
Lord
by
of the
far
Rings,
my
the
best.
eagle's coming. I don't know.
Yeah, that was by far my best drawing. I
This
can't
is-
draw, and I did this one first. I was
That
like,
was good.
this is so good.
I knew it was birds. I got it. I thought he was watching.
Oh,
shooting them. Also makes
I thought he was looking at mountains.
I apologize.
5 minutes.
Those
We're
are great
starting 8
drawings.
backers.
This is a vomiting
Come on,
game.
Ellie.
quick.
Go get your
Yeah.
grandma.
Are we
Clean the
really
cow.
rolling?
All right.
Blue.
Blue. Last one.
I put Little
no,
Red
that's-
Riding Hood.
That is what I wrote. What am I writing?
Wolves in the woods.
I put 3 Little Pigs.
Little Red Riding Hood.
Was it?
So
Oh.
you missed the basket.
Oh, the
Oh,
basket.
basket. I figured out the mountain was not a mountain.
It was
About
well
halfway
when
through.
you turn it
No, that's her
sideways.
hood.
That's the
That's
little
her
hood.
I
But
thought
it was
a tent.
it's
thought it
upside
was a
down,
tent.
and
It
that was
definitely-
something
Move
that
on closer to the game box.
To the game,
game box.
There we
Definitely
go.
looked like
like
It
the
took me a long time, and I
hood.
was like,
There's
oh, wait.
the wolf.
it's a hood.
There's the
I thought
cottage,
it was
an axe, and we missed seeing
The
the
basket.
basket.
Okay. I was
Sorry,
torn.
Jonah can't draw.
I can't.
All right,
They
let's do
always do
red
this
so
to
then
me.
we can focus the last few minutes on
Okay,
the
what's right?
Kickstarter.
Gremlins.
Gremlins.
It's Star
Star
Wars.
Wars. Star Wars.
That's R2D2.
Lightsaber.
It's
Stars.
Gremlins. That's
Yes,
awesome.
Yoda with a lightsaber.
Does look like a
There
gremlin.
is a night.
house at midnight
This
on
is
the
the
table, on
gremlin
the table.
after you feed him at night.
What? You're right.
That's
That
what it is.
was
He's
supposed to be
evil.
Darth Vader, so I'm glad that didn't show up. Because
That's
I was like,
hilarious.
I can't draw.
Oh yeah, I
see
wouldn't have known
gremlins.
what that was.
I see gremlins.
But we have
It took me a while to
R2D2,
get
we have a
Star Wars, but I got it,
lightsaber.
yeah.
Yep.
This
All
is
right.
death. This is the nice gremlin. Here's the evil gremlin after dark.
So here we go. We are literally backers away from 1,000. Bill says, go make another account and back again.
Right?
Peter says,
come on.
Bill led the way.
Bill, thank you, Bill.
Wait, Bill.
Thank you, Peter, for spreading the word, and thank you everyone else for spreading the word. He's shouting it out, so we appreciate it.
Thank you.
I'm gonna go check the campaign right now and see where we're at.
We are at
What was Dean by the way? He said, sorry, Gil, we can't draw.
$424.
What happened?
We're
992.
Come on, 8 more people, 3 minutes.
I guess we can all create accounts, right?
No, that's not right.
That doesn't count.
That's just losing our.
I mean, we gotta hit 1,000.
All right, 4 minutes to go.
All right. Have you shared any of the big bundles on social medias or anything?
Convince them. With 4 minutes to go. Man, this has been an exciting ride, you
Yep.
guys.
Probably everyone watching here has backed if they're gonna back.
Thanks, Tim, for sharing
One more
it on
backer.
the social
We got one more
pages.
backer.
Did we really?
Yep.
We have autographed
lose the battery.
Cerebria.
I know, it's so close.
We have Ape Games, Stygian Society. We have 2 Awakened Realms, Tainted Grail, Lord of Hellas bundles left. Graphic Novel Adventures Season 1, Season 3,
you know
and
what we
some
can do?
others. Those are awesome.
Our favorite promo. Someone asked about our favorite
Oh, yeah,
promos.
yeah.
We can do that for the last 2 minutes. 7 people can still back.
Oh, 6.
6? What?
6 more people.
Oh, wait, we're just 6 people?
We're so
Down to
close.
6 people. All right, here we go. 6 people. All right, so my favorite promo.
I know it.
It's probably got to be my head on a stake.
Yep.
Oh, that was pretty fun.
With the hat, right?
Yeah.
With the
I
hat.
was like, is he a scarecrow?
No, I
But yeah,
didn't make it in that battle.
it took me a second to realize what that was. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, Kevin, that's too bad.
Yeah. Melissa, what's your favorite promo?
Wow. I really like the Tantrum Saurus Rex
I know,
Yes.
that's pretty awesome because we talked about that.
on a podcast. Chad heard it and he said we can make it happen.
Yeah.
So,
Tim said that he
That's pretty
predicted 30,575 with 994 backers, which we're like right at right
Yep.
now.
Whoa.
So-
When did he predict that? 2 minutes ago?
No, he's
I'm checking.
All right.
The cat cards from
Man.
Silver are really cool too.
Tell,
Oh, yeah.
tell us in the comments what one of your favorite promos is. We'd love to hear from you what your favorite promo is on our campaign. Sarah?
I'm excited to try out the Sagrada cards. Those are brand new ones, so even if you got that pack a little while ago that had what was available, these are brand new ones that are
60
coming out.
seconds.
60 seconds! We're gonna make it. Will, what's your favorite promo?
Favorite promo
On our campaign.
Medium looks super cool. I actually don't know that I've seen the back of those cards, but it's one of my favorite games in the campaign, so I'm looking forward to
They're
seeing.
ESP cards.
I think they are, and I don't remember what that does, but I can't wait to get those
He'll
ones.
cheat anyway.
Either way.
Jonah, you have a favorite?
I'm looking. I don't know if I have a favorite.
Oh,
There's
and
so
then
many.
Did we already talk? We said Tantrum, right?
Yes.
That made it in there.
Yeah.
That one
Two
looks-
favorites?
maybe.
There's so many.
So Jim, promo cards
to
are
pick
extra
one.
cards for games that usually don't come with a game, but you can get those extra cards to add into your game, and they're usually just fun little things.
18, 17, 16. Are we gonna count it down?
Here we go. 16.
3 people.
15,
Come on, 3 back. Guys, we're so magic.
13,
Here we go.
12,
Ready?
11,
I'm on 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I counted a little fast. 0. Hey, look, I got. Did you guys get the confetti?
Did we have
I think I got confetti.
We should have had.
Oh.
Missed
Oh.
opportunity.
Next year.
Dude, we just got another one. 998.
Did we get it in last? Oh man, thank you, 998.
Sometimes it'll still keep going.
Really?
I noticed, yes, the Frosthaven, I watched that one right at the end
Just
where
maybe
they were
time
almost
change?
getting, yeah, just transactions and clicks going through.
Oh my
so-
goodness.
It's possible we can still hit
Alright, we'll watch it. But I'm saying we called it 1,000 backers.
998.
Wow.
We did. That's awesome. That
Thank
was an
you
incredible
so
ride.
much.
Wow.
Wow.
Man,
Wow.
that was amazing. Wow. Thank you guys. Pull it on in, Jordan.
Yeah, come on in, Chantal. Hey, Jalen.
Hey,
Hey.
All the kids making appearances.
Probably
That's
don't
right.
know if you can see them
Holy
because they're
cow.
shorter than the couch.
18.
My
18
kids
counting.
are probably outside playing.
They are.
Nice day.
Good stuff. Man, what a day. Thank you guys so much for being a part of our entire campaign. I want to give a special shout out really to just Kevin and Sarah. They've done an amazing job behind the scenes. They've been the ones that have been primarily communicating with you guys in the chats and in the questions and on the updates. I make things look pretty, but they're doing all the hard lifting, so thank you guys for doing a great job. Thank you guys for being a part of this exciting new adventure. We really have been having a blast having you guys come in. I'm gonna throw him under the bus. I invited Ben Fields, our former production guru, to show up. I was hoping he would just like peek in right now, but not here. He has moved on to some greener pastures. I don't know that we've talked about that a whole
Greener
lot.
pastures sounds
Like it's
wrong.
not green here. He's still alive. I don't know. Some amazing business opportunities that have come his way, and so he's made some transitions which have allowed Jonah and Chantal to come in, and so just really cool, exciting stuff going on all the time. Thank you guys again so much for being a part of the show, for your support. It's been incredible. It's very much appreciated. We're excited to be able to get some new equipment to get these guys running. We hit the 30,000 goal, so we got some new segments that we're going to put in.
Coming in.
Thank you guys for helping us with that. And we'll give you more info on that 24-hour game-a-thon. We want to make that as big and fantastic as we can, trying to give away 24 awesome prizes, at least, maybe more, and just having some fun. So thank you guys so much. Hope you have a great morning. Stay healthy. Have fun. Play some games. We'll get probably a new video out tomorrow. I don't know. Seems like it. We ready to wrap it up?
Let's do it.
I think so. Thank you guys for helping us get here. Have a good one.
Bye.